What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is Dune or Paler came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the other keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.
What is up, everyone? Oh, that's way too damn loud. What's going on, everybody? How we all doing today? Oh God, Mal's got there. He's good. Okay. Oh, he's playing RuneScape while we're playing. I see that, Mal. I see that, Mal. He's not interested in this at all.
Clarification. My
Thanks for the sub, by the way, Matt. Moz.
My OBS and my RuneScape are side by side. I was a millimeter too far over.
It's all good. What a way to start Tales. What a way to start Tales. That's all right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to episode 29 of Tales of Ethyl. We're in for an interesting, fun day. Just a couple announcements beforehand. After this episode, we will be taking about a month off, if not a little bit longer, just because schedules and maybe possibly I might be moving, so all kinds of different things. So for the next 4 weeks, we won't be doing Tales of Ethyl. However, that leads me into my next couple announcements. Sometime within the next month, we're going to be doing a tavern talk where I'm going to get like Seb, I'm going to try and get Mal and all the cast as much as we can to kind of put together a kind of recap of everything that's happened so far in the campaign, as well as, you know, just kind of answering questions and asking questions about each other's characters and just having a good old time with that. So that's to come, as well as it's not a permanent schedule kind of thing, but we will be randomly posting more of a different campaign. Dragon, what was the name of it again? I'm sorry.
Of Ashes and Thorns.
Of Ashes and Thorns.
No, Thorns and Ashes. I even forgot my own campaign.
Oh my god.
Damn, god damn it, fuck me.
Where I will actually be being a player this time instead of a DM, so watch out for that. I will be posting that stuff to the YouTubes as well as the Spotifys, so if you have you're here for episode 29, it's your first episode, go rewatch and listen to all of our stuff on the Spotifys and on the YouTubes, and just wait for the new campaign that's also going to come out. It's going to be kind of a filler campaign, but I'm real excited about it. We've got some cool ideas for that. Yay. Hi, Seb. That's going to be our DM that's in chat right now. Let's see. If you got questions for our cast, make sure you go check out the Discord. I saw that Josh put it in the chat earlier. We're going to do it one more time. Just in the Discord, there is a section under questions for the cast. Where the hell did I put that? Questions from the Ether. If you go to questions of the cast, put your question in there, and maybe we'll spend the last 10-15 minutes of an episode answering your question. So it's a good place to go check it out. Or if you want to just come hang out with some super cool people, because we're pretty sweet. I think that might be it. Just make sure you go check us out. Oh, also, go check out Malachi, because he is right now doing a month-long stream, you said?
Yeah, month long, so July 1st to midnight August 1st.
Yep, so go. Thank you very much for getting that shout out for Malachi. He is live right now, so go make sure you show him some love as well while he's doing his little marathon. But I think.
And my guys, if you're not in Karma's stream right now, fuck off. Get out of my stream and go to Karma's. The link's in the chat. Fuck off. I don't want to see yous.
It's okay. You can have them both up at the same time. It's a win-win. I think that's it. Go check out the YouTubes, the Spotifys, the Discord, the TikToks. Wherever you find uppercase Karma, that's where this shit's gonna be. So, yeah. I think I got them all this time, guys, didn't I? I think there's nothing I'm forgetting.
I think so. Yeah, you got the
Spotify, YouTubes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. If you guys aren't used to that, I have to ask every single time because I fucking forget at least something every single time. So, we're going to start this episode.
If you're interested in Star Citizen, check out the Carmen News channel in the Discord. It's right for free.
If you want Star Citizen, you've been watching me play that, go check out the Carmen News. It's free for right now, so go check that out. But yeah, that's a totally different thing. But I'm going to start... Right. Yeah, right. I'm going to start this episode the same way I have for the 29 other episodes, with a shot. Cheers to you guys. Cheers to the campaign. Cheers to the viewers coming to watch us. I love you all. Tink.
I'm the dedicated driver, chat. Don't worry.
Oh. You'd think it'd be the DM, you know, the dude who's supposed to be running the whole campaign.
Oh, absolutely not, because you have to deal with us. You have to cope somehow, right?
That's right. Okay. So, let's see. Last where we left off. In episode 20... Wait, what's that?
We're not going to introduce people?
Oh, what the fuck is wrong with... there it is! I knew I was going to forget something! There it is! Okay, let's start with our introductions. In my bottom left, we have... Silas.
Hello, I'm Zephyr. I play Silas, who is shaven, dressed, and ready to impress.
He is quite hunky right now. I'm just saying that right now. He's looking good. Next to him, we've got Kazim.
I'm Josh. I play Kazim. I'm the bird who's now a little more yellow and a little less mellow.
There you go. And next to him, we have our guest for now, Sir Antioch.
Hello, I'm Antioch. I'm Malachi. I'm a crazy inventor with way too much explosives on his hands.
And last but not least, as always, is Nico.
Some bitches.
Of course, for 29, you have to go a totally different route. Fair enough. And I am uppercase Karma, and if you can't tell from the last 10 minutes, I have no fucking idea what I'm doing. So, am I able to do it now? Am I good where we last left off? Are we good? Let's start our adventure. Let's start our adventure of magic and wonder that we call the Tales of Ethyl. Now,
a homebrew based on a game based on a homebrew?
A homebrew based on a video game, based on a homebrew, based on a TV show, based on a movie, based on a book. That one. Now, where we last left off, our group had a little bit of downtime. Nico finally being awake, being able to enjoy some time with his family, as well as, Kazim kind of working on his warehouse a little bit more, and Silas, being Silas, getting himself more comfortable in his own skin, and getting a very much needed bath, when Kazim had run into an interesting stranger within the flow himself, a small deep gnome known as Antioch, a rather interesting person that was asking for Silas. Kazim, obviously confused and a bit worried, messages Silas through the messaging stone. Silas, being the old man that he is, doesn't understand how technology works, so he answered with way too many words, so Kazim thought it would be best to meet up. But after a little bit of introductions and stuff, it was learned that they don't think he's here for any nefarious reasons. He did come with a bit of an offer, though. He did ask about their friend Aimi, who seems to have gone on her own little quest to do her own thing, but he also had an ulterior motive that he needed to go somewhere called Emberdale, offering the group 500 gold to go help escort him to this town to see what's happened. I think we just left off last time where you guys were embarking on your journey towards Emberdale, which is about a week to 2 week kind of excursion out there. Where first you're gonna have to go to, I think I called it Dreek. Let me pull up my map real quick. Sorry guys, don't mind me. Oh god. Where did I put it? Oh god, I'm breaking my whole computer now, guys. Where is... how did I not have this ready already? Let's get that away. There it is. I'm gonna try and put this in the Roll20 so you guys can actually take a look at this.
I'm also gonna throw the link in the Twitch chat to the image for anybody who wants to know what the map looks like.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be putting it on Roll20 and switching over there so you guys can I'll take a look at what I'm looking at here. Where is... There it is. File too large, my ass. Okay, give me one second.
Which one is that?
The map. It's just I just need to lower the resolution on it as well.
The map that I need to update forever ago. I forgot about it today.
It's okay. There we go. I can do it just like that. So I can bring it into here. D&D maps. One moment, guys, as this is this is pretty par for the course where I'm not prepared at all. Okay. If you guys want to roll on over to Roll20, I'll show you guys what we're looking at. And I'm going to move us over to Roll20 to take a look. Whoop. Okay. So as you guys can see here, we are starting our adventure down in the southern area known as Rivers Run, which we've been pretty comfortable. Which for chat, this is around in this area where I'm circling with the cursor, correct. We are beginning to head our way northwest towards Dreek up here, because we were told, no, don't fucking turn on Fog of War. We're going to turn out Dreek up here. This is where our adventure, where they're going to be able to try and figure out a way to get to Emberdale, which isn't on the map because it's not a very hugely well-known area. But somewhere in this general vicinity is when we're assuming where it is. Where they also have a map of a keep that's somewhere around that same area. So that's where we're going to be heading off to. Since it's going to be a bit longer, we're going to do that kind of roll a d20. We're going to see what happens for the day. There are chances that nothing could happen. You could lose some time. You could gain some time. There are also some interesting things I have set up for along the way. So I'd like to ask Malachi, because you were the guest for this episode, would you please roll me a d20?
I want it known. The last 3 rolls on this dice were a 4, a 6, and a 4. So if it rolls shit, I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's a random table. It's just a random table. It's nothing big.
18.
18. Okay. So as you guys are finally leaving Rivers Run, you're going through the meadows that are there. You actually are able to make some decent time. You're able to make about a day and a half's travel in about a day. The weather is clear. Nothing seems to really get in your guys' way. You're able to rest for the night. So nothing too crazy happens, but you guys are able to make decent headway. So you've got maybe about 7 to about 9 days left after quite a great day. It's been beautiful out. What are you guys talking about on your way to Dreeth? Or Dreek?
I mean, to be perfectly honest. Oh, go ahead.
No, up to you.
I see how it is. Okay, sure, whatever, fine. I feel like Nico, for example, he would be... Actually, who is driving the fucking thing?
That's an excellent question. What is your guys' marching order? How are we set up on this, guys? So you guys had horses for all of you, and you did also have a cart. So how do we have this set up? Who's driving the cart? Who's on a horse?
If I remember correctly, Antioch forewent his horse to ride along in the carriage.
Yes, because he was incredibly offended that they brought him a shorter horse.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was incredibly offended. He understood, but also don't. Just don't.
Don't patronize me. You're correct. So I'm saying we're saying that are you riding on the carriage, or you think you're driving it?
I'm within the carriage. I am tinkering.
Okay, so
I'll probably be driving the carriage, because at least for the first leg of our journey, I'm probably the most knowledgeable with the roads.
Okay. At least in this area, I think it'd be fair to say. Nico, I'm assuming you're just on your horse. What are you doing?
Yes, he would.
Okay.
He'll be on his horse, pull up probably. He's kind of low-key paying attention to the road, but he's using his mage hand to just like hold like a journal in front of him and like reading, just in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Josh, what are you doing?
Kazim's probably also in the carriage reading. I've got those research books I want to get into.
Okay, so you guys have probably like latched your horses to the back of the carriage to just kind of walk along, as you already had the 2 horses in front, but you do still have them with you. Well, Nico is probably just kind of riding off, looking off to the sides on his own, just kind of surveying the landscape. But we'll say that do you guys want to talk? Do you have any things you want to do on this first day? Do you want to have any questions out, or do we want to just go ahead to the next day?
Kazim, Nico, those books you're reading, anything of note?
These are just books about remembrance. They're just a theory I have.
What's your theory?
That it could be connected to Amy and Mistrix's situation, I suppose.
Are you talking about what happened to the orb? The mind thing.
The fact that they're both sharing Iami's body. I feel like that could be some kind of remembrance, you know? Just a thought. Again, just looking into it just to see if there's any ground there. I don't expect anything to come out of this.
Okay. Well, if you do find anything interesting, do let us know.
Of course.
Josh, would you please roll me a wisdom throw, please? Just a straight wisdom. Or actually, you know what? We're going to do history. I'm going to do history.
History. Okay. Can I use borrowed knowledge?
Go for it, yeah. Yeah, go for it.
That's a natural 20.
Fantastic.
Hand to God.
So the reason that
the
reason that we're doing that is for you to research this these books that you've got. I'm having you roll these throws, and these rolls are going to tell me how many hours you're going to be spending to kind of learn everything that's there. And by the time when you finish learning at the end of it, you'll have pretty much any questions that you have will be answered. So, how would you say that you spent probably all day on this thing?
Yeah, honestly.
Okay, so I'm going to give you, with that natural 20, I'm going to give you about 10 hours towards that, because it would be 8 hours of you studying, but because you were taking such good notes and stuff like that, I'm going to give you an extra 2 hours on top of that. I'm not going to tell you what the total is, but that's a good chunk. It's a very good chunk. So what you've read essentially was stories about how a ceremony at some point was performed for descendants of other lost heroes to essentially learn what had happened, and if they were truly connected to those past heroes, then what would happen is their souls would essentially link. So it does sound vaguely familiar, though the process of doing it sounds a bit different so far. But who knows, maybe researching more you might find some other similarities or differences. But right now you feel pretty confident you're on the right track of what you're looking for. If you could go ahead and DM me different questions that you might have about remembrance, that would be incredibly helpful. But as you spent your day reading your book, and I will say, Antioch, as you're kind of tinkering away, filing down some of these edges and stuff on your weapon, and are you looking for anything, Nico? By the way, are you looking for anything? Well, are you just kind of? I feel like Nico looks if he sees something pretty or something, he picks it up.
The thing is, the book that Nico was reading, that is just that children's book that he's always had.
Okay, so the one that you got forever.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
fantastic. Because
he's.
Will you go ahead and roll me a? Will you just roll me a general perception for me, please?
Ooh, okay. Why my perception so bad? 17 plus 1, 18.
18, okay. So as you're reading the book, there was that story that stood out to you prior to that, but then there was also a story that seems very reminiscent about, like, it was one that you read all the time when you were a child, and that just kind of gives you a couple warm feelings as you remember with Zorn and what was the other girl's name? Lindell. As you were growing up with them, it was a story that you both kind of enjoyed. That just kind of gives you a little bit of a bit of happiness for this little road. So as you guys continue going on, you manage to find a decent camp. You're just outside of Pebblestone, which Kazim you would remember from before. You're maybe about half a day's ride outside of Pebblestone. You're able to find a decent camp, and how would you guys like? How are the sleeping arrangements? Do we have guards? Are we all just kind of going to bed? We're gonna say that you guys did manage to find a decent kind of clearing just out off the road, kind of behind some trees. So you have decent hiding. You feel confident that you'd be able to comfortably be able to sleep there that night. So what sleeping arrangements look like?
Silas is comfortable to be on guard as much as needed. He would probably go over to Antioch and you're gonna need, forgive me, I'm not entirely knowledgeable on your people, your culture, or any kind of sleeping arrangements or anything we can do to make it comfortable for you in any way, or do you just want to be left to your own devices? Quite literally.
Well, no, I think I'd be quite all right. I don't really require any special sleeping requirements. I can sleep pretty much anywhere. The amount of times I've slept on my desk is well, it's embarrassing. But no, I think I'll be quite all right. Thank you.
And the only other thing I need is, when the morning comes, how do you like your eggs?
Oh. Well, I do enjoy them poached.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Okay. So as you guys are sleeping, resting for the night, you all do complete a long rest. And another beautiful morning comes up. Real quick, I want Silas. Please roll me a d20. This isn't deciding what's going on today, but it is deciding something.
That's a 1.
A 1. It is pissing rain.
Oh, God,
you guys wake up. You did make your tents and stuff like that, but it is raining so unbelievably hard. It's a little bit tougher to be able to make a fire. You do have some kind of rations that you guys do have that don't require cooking, but yeah, unfortunately this morning it looks like it's not going to be great for cooking.
Sorry, guys. This is my bad. The gods don't like me. Silas is gonna go around like all the tents, make sure that they're all properly nailed down. Just in case a gale force
it's not like super windy. It's just crazy. Right. Like it is just super wet. It's that kind of like depressing rain where it's just hammering down. There's not much wind though, so
cool. In which case he'll go around, make sure the tent and the cart don't have any kind of leaks in them. Anything like that, especially with Antioch.
You know what? I want Nico, Kazim, and Antioch. If you all could please roll me a dex throw, just a straight dex.
Straight dex, huh?
Mm-hmm.
What's my dex?
16 total.
Uh, 15 total.
Okay.
4 total?
So, Kazim's has just collapsed on him. On this wet, rainy... So, he clearly was just so tired last night from reading his book that he probably wasn't paying too close attention to building his tent. That when the rain started, it was fine at first, but when it just started pouring, a lot of water pooled up on the top of the tent, and it just collapsed on top of him. It is still waterproof, but it was quite the shock to wake up to.
I'm gonna go dig him out of the wreckage a little bit.
I already hate the rain. This is solidifying that hatred.
Azim, can you even fly in the rain, actually?
No, I cannot.
Yes, you can.
Why didn't you try, honestly?
I mean, I can try. It sucks.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
I think you should, scout ahead, see what happens, right? Make
Fuck
sure the road
all
is
of that.
Wow, okay.
I'm going back in the carriage.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna pack up your tent for you.
Thank you. In the carriage, reading already.
Yeah. Kazim, can you just make sure that everything in the carriage is all right? We haven't got any water coming through. The horses are okay.
Sure. Yeah. Let me get a quick. Can I investigate or perception?
If you could, so if you're looking for that closely to it, I'm gonna have you do investigation, please.
Heh. That's a 9.
Looks fine. Yeah, it's probably fine.
I'm positive.
You just kind of look behind, and it. Yeah, sure.
Check on the horses too. I want to make sure they're fed.
Okay.
Normal stuff.
So you guys just see Kazim just kind of look back at the back of the car as he just kind of the feathers. They're fucking soaked as he's bringing over that pail of just kind of oats to feeding all of the animals. But yeah, I will say after probably maybe an hour and a half, the rain starts to kind of let up a little bit. It's still kind of drizzling, but it's that misty rain that's not too heavy, so you all are still are able to kind of dry off at least a little bit.
I think it's cleared off enough for us to get moving a little bit. I don't want to take up more of Antioch's time than we need to.
When we get to Emberdale, actually, are you looking for something specific, Antioch? You know, you're gonna find. Oh, you're on the carriage, right? Mister.
Well, yes, I actually wanted to talk to you. Anyway, but
To me.
yes, to you. Look, I am looking for something, but it really is personal business. I do apologize. I can't go into it any more than that.
What are you looking for?
I can't go into that.
Hmm.
It is personal.
Well, if you say to speak to me, I'll be on my horse. I mean, it's
just
not
right
like
now.
starts.
I just wanted to apologize to you. I feel like
Also, apologize to me. What for?
well, I feel like you kind of got dragged along on this. Yeah, I understood that.
Oh.
I spoke to
Oh.
Kazim and Silas, and you know they accepted my
Yeah.
offer so quickly. And when I met you out the front of that house with those people,
Would you believe me if I told you it's not the first time something like this has happened? And most likely not going to be the last time either. So you're more than fine.
I am terribly sorry. But I do thank you for joining me. I appreciate the assistance.
Oh well, we need to be doing something anyway. It's not like we can just sit around and twiddle our thumbs. So something needs to be done, and might as well see where this one takes us.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
If you need something, do let us know. If we can help, we will. Otherwise, welcome along for the ride.
Thank you. And I should be okay, but if you hear any loud explosions from within the group, they're probably okay.
As long as you don't straddle me, I'll be more than fine. It's not a good track record.
I cannot promise anything, but I will do my best.
I appreciate it.
Accidents happen sometimes.
They do. They really do. I'll leave you to it. Shit, it's raining. Someone needs to be driving anyway. Oh, you know what? Can I get like a branch and can I have like my mage hand just like hold it above my head?
You sure can. Just
oh my god, yes!
Just a nice small. So you guys just see as Nico is talking to Antioch, all of a sudden this branch with fair coverage comes floating over Nico's head, and he begins using it as like a small umbrella.
Hell yeah! I don't even have to hold this bitch. Fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna. If no one else is going to be driving the carriage, I feel like Nico wouldn't have any issues with that.
Okay.
I mean, it's just going straight forward, right? He doesn't have to actually properly like manage that, right?
I want you to roll for animal handling so badly. It's okay. It's alright.
Handling is
You don't have to. Well, because of the last time that happened.
I was say, are we gonna Tokyo Drift again?
No, we're alright. We're
okay, that was under the stress. Okay, that was different.
That's okay. We'll wait this time because it's not a very hectic version. So you got time to just kind of get in a groove to be able to travel forward. So that's perfectly fine. Are we just leaving? Are we leaving our camp now? Are we ready?
I think unless there's anything you guys need to do, Silas is.
Okay.
Nico would just snacking on like some dried rations that he had.
All right.
Some nuts, some berries.
Who's rolling my d20?
I'm driving. I wanna roll.
Okay.
That's a 19.
19. Okay. Once again, you got some really good weather. As soon as the rain begins to actually stop, the sun comes out, but it doesn't make it humid or anything like that. It just, you see the mist beginning to arise off of the ground. You see that fog. That's another day and a half off your guys' time. So you've got about, I think, 5.5 to about 7 days left. Yeah, it's that kind of not terrible rain, or that not terrible heat. It takes away the beating sun coming down on you guys, so it feels really good. Yeah, you guys are clear skies, clear roads. You doing anything today, or do we want to go on to the next day?
I guess I'm still just reading. Do I get any further on my research?
Please roll me another wisdom or another history check, please.
And I can do this with the
Yes,
sweet. Ha! That is a 7.
It's a little bit harder to read at this time. I'm assuming that probably with being in the back of the cart, you do probably get a little intrigued by whatever Antioch is doing, so you probably get a little distracted. You don't get a whole lot done today, maybe about 3-ish hours, but it is still a little bit of improvement. But yeah.
And then if Nico's driving, I kind of want to do a bit more of my abyssal study.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a history check as well.
History as well. Oh, that's not bad. With a history, that's 14.
Okay, so you get a decent amount done. It's pretty hard when you're just kind of riding on the horse. You get a couple hours in, a little bit, maybe about 5-ish hours. Not a whole lot done for that. So, but it's something.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I'll take it over nothing.
Antioch, you're still working on that thing we talked about prior to you joining, right? Adding it
to the long one or the big one?
You were gonna add something to your smaller one, weren't you?
No, I've already done that.
Okay. So are you gonna?
That's already done. I'm working on the long one now.
Log one? Okay, if you can go ahead and roll me straight intelligence.
Straight intelligence?
Straight intelligence.
I am happy with that. And I will take 23.
23. Okay. So you get a solid 8 hours in, which is, pretty good. You've done a little bit of work here and there. You've got the kind of stock is beginning to actually come together into the shape that you were kind of wanting, and you're getting a couple of the filaments in there. There's a lot of small pieces you're working with, though, so it's still going to take quite a bit to get there. But you are making some good progress. Okay. And Nico, I'm assuming you're just kind of driving while you're, again, reading your book over again.
I feel like Nico would just I think he would try to appreciate the road itself. Sure, he's driving. Okay, more so, now that it's not raining, the reins are being held by by his mage hand, so he's not technically driving, but they don't need to know that.
He gives a shit. As you just kind of lean back, looking around in nature around you. It is quite beautiful as you guys continue. You do make your way past Pebblestone, but you do kind of branch off on a smaller dirt road. It's not a main road or anything, but you start heading towards that towards the more western direction to hopefully go around the lake and start heading north around the lake as well. Pebblestone, it's the same small town as it's always been. You guys are welcome to stop if you want to, or we'll just keep on going.
Yeah, we can keep on going, I feel like.
I don't think I have anything I need to sell or anything like that.
You do see a couple of the rays kind of looking a bit cockeyed at your little group as you go by, as maybe they remember you guys from another little incident. But you guys keep going along your way. You kind of start going a bit along the lake, where you guys do find actually kind of a beachy area. It's not sand, there are solid rock, but that's kind of it's a decent place off the road for you guys to set up camp right along the shore of the lake. It's very pretty out. As you guys start seeing the sun beginning to come down, as you guys are building your tents up for another night's long rest. Are we doing anything before bed, or we just want to head out to bed?
Is there anything we'd like to do before bed? I think Nico would tend to the horses, make sure that they're fed and brushed and like whatever, just like in general to like their health. I feel like that's what Nico would do. Other than that, I don't think he would do a lot.
Okay. Anyone else? Or we just going to bed? Or we starting again tomorrow?
I think Silas will probably just go to bed.
Okay.
Most likely.
I'll stay on watch.
Okay. If you would,
and I'll sleep tomorrow.
If you would go ahead and roll a perception check for me there, Kazim.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's a 14.
So with a 14, I mean, it's you're not gonna fall asleep, but you do kind of get distracted, almost in a trance-like when you're kind of watching the waves of the lake just kind of push off against. It's very incredibly relaxing and very zen. And you notice about like 4 or 5 hours into your watch that you haven't been watching around you at all. But luckily, nothing seems to really happen during the night. So thank goodness for that. As you switch off and you guys are all going to, but you all manage to gain again another long rest. So for day 3 here, I'd like you guys, anyone, this is not to decide what happens to today. This is just to determine how you all wake up. Someone roll a d20 for me.
I got this one.
Oh.
I said
I'll get the next one. I'll get the next one.
Good lad.
So Josh rolls what happens for the day then.
16.
16. It is that kind of that warm morning. It's not hot, but as you guys wake up, you do see that golden mist as the sun's coming over the mountains, kind of reflecting off of all that mist. It looks like almost golden clouds are traveling across the lake towards the shores. It's pretty beautiful, and it's not raining. You see the dew growing on the grass and stuff. So, Silas, what's for breakfast?
Ooh. We're going out hunting. We're gonna get something fresh.
We're going hunting. All right. Please roll me a survival check.
All right. I am gonna try and look at some eggs along the way because I did promise Antioch some poached eggs.
Works for me.
But that's could be better. Could be a lot better. That's 15.
15. So that's for your survival. So that's for you tracking. If you're looking for eggs specifically, please roll me. We're going investigation on this.
Investigation. That's a lot worse, but that's a better roll. 16.
Okay, so as you're kind of tracking around, as well as also looking for some eggs, you do manage to find what looks to be maybe some kind of like wild turkey of some kind, which instantly makes you think that there's probably eggs around. As you kind of come up and you've got, let's see, you're using your javelin, I'm assuming?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so roll for stealth for me first.
Oh, that's a disadvantage. Because my new armor, and that's an 18 I don't get to use. Ooh, that's great. That's a 6.
Yeah, unfortunately, as soon as you start kind of creeping up, you feel the kind of cringe, your squeaking of that new leather armor sound, as all of a sudden the turkey kind of looks up at you and sees you and fucking books it. I will let you do 1 attack with disadvantage.
With disadvantage, that's okay. God. Where's my attacks? There we go. Second one is higher, so that's a 14 total.
14. It isn't just a wild turkey, so that does hit. Please roll for damage for me.
Ooh, that's I like to see that. Okay. Javelin, that's 9 piercing.
Okay, so it's not your best throw. You do kind of toss it, and it kind of hits it in the like the chest, the chest area, and it pierces it, and it does drop dead. But you do know that it's not you could have done it a lot cleaner than normally. But you do manage to grab yourself a turkey. You begin plucking the feathers, kind of looking around, and it takes a little bit, maybe about like 15-30 minutes to be able to find what looks to be some kind of nest where you see that there are a couple of those. They look like chicken eggs, but they're a little bit more oblong and a little bit the shell seems a little bit thicker, but you're sure that they'd probably be sufficient for your breakfast eggs. As you begin bringing your hole, you did manage to find yourself 3 eggs. They are larger, so it would be enough for everybody, but yeah, you managed to find yourself 3 kind of large eggs. You've been walking it back. Who would be up next? I would say that would probably be Kazim. Seems like a late sleeper. Antioch's probably the fucking wired one who's awake, already working on his shit. So we're gonna say that Antioch's awake.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Antioch. Admittedly, Antioch does sometimes tend to oversleep from overwork, but no. He would be up. He would be working away. I'm not gonna lie. I just remembered what you were referring to regarding the small weapon. So, having woken up and had that epiphany, he'd probably begin looking into that.
Okay.
But he'd also be looking around, sort of keeping an eye out. He understands that everybody's got to chip in a bit, so he wants to at least do a bit of a patrol and make sure that nothing's coming to sneak up on them for the morning.
Okay, cool. So you see that Silas is begin walking back with his turkey and his little pouch in his arms.
Eggs, as you requested. I know it's a little late.
As you offered, but thank you. Wonderful. I look forward to them.
I will do my best. I'll using the rations. I may try and make a few sandwiches with the bread that we've got and this turkey, if that's all right with you.
Absolutely, I have no complaints. If you need any help with anything, please let me know. I'm not here just to loaf around. Happy.
No, absolutely. If you see any sort of wild herbs or anything around the area that you'd like me to throw in, by all means. I've kind of got an idea for Nico and Kazim's sort of palate and taste, but I always enjoy cooking for someone new.
Okay.
And I'm getting right on that. Sort of find some kind of stone to start frying this turkey on. Alright.
Okay. So I will say at this point, you're able to start your normal cooking process. You managed to find a decent stone, and there's a lot of driftwood that seems to be dried out that you could easily just kind of use for what you need it for. And I would say that Kazim and Nico, you guys join and smell that amazing breakfast that you're so used to on these fantastic trips. Are you guys doing anything for this morning?
Since we have a lake next to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like Nico would just go a little bit off and not necessarily like a proper like bath or like a shower situation, but like I feel like he would clean up. Like sure, when he was back home he did clean up, but like just feeling refreshed is like it's a nice feeling in general, and
Okay.
I feel like he would get on that since they have occasion to.
Okay. Anyone else doing anything?
I'm gonna come up to Silas while he's cooking. That armor you got, pretty loud, man. If you need to go hunting, let me know. I got you.
I may take you up on that for the next couple of days at least. I'm not used to being so heavily equipped.
Yeah.
But eventually, perhaps I will adapt. But I appreciate the offer, Kazim. I'll be honest, it entirely slipped my mind.
Yeah, no, I get it. That's why I never get armor with metal bits on them anymore. Really makes it impossible to do that sneaking stuff, you know?
Well, if we have to be quiet, I'll stay near the back.
Stay near me. I got a good handle on it.
Another one of your little tricks.
Well, first of all, it's a blessing. Thank you. It's a clerical thing. You wouldn't understand.
Well, I might have some idea. No, but thank you, all the same.
And then I'll go double check the carriages, make sure the horses are fed.
Okay. So as we're going to go through our normal morning routines, unless there's anything anyone wants to do specifically, and we'll start, you guys begin heading your way back onto the road. Josh, I think you are rolling our D20 for today.
Yeah, baby. That's a 9.
A 9. Fantastic. As you guys are continuing on, the weather seems to keep clear, but you do guys come across a river that seems to connect to the large lake where there is a bridge that is across it. Yeah.
We have such a good track record of rivers.
Do we recognize this bridge?
It is a different bridge. This one seems much more like, it seems older. It seems like it's not part of a main road, that maybe think more like a farmer probably put this up for his cattle, and that's probably it. No one probably usually goes this way. It doesn't look the worst, but it definitely hasn't been taken care of.
Does it look like it can uphold
horses? It looks like you guys could probably make it across, but yeah.
Before we do cross, can I scout ahead?
Sure.
Is it rainy or?
No, it's still sunny out. It's not nearly as big as the other. Of course, comparatively, the last one was huge because it was fucking flooding. But yeah, you can definitely go scout ahead.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take to the sky and peek ahead just to see if there's anything on the other side of it.
Antioch, you said you had something?
I have a question about the carriage.
Yeah.
Is it like an enclosed carriage, or is it like open roof?
It's got a cover on it, but it's more of like think speedboat kind of roof, where there is a roof, but the sides are pretty open.
Okay. So I'd be able to see this bridge?
Yes.
Could I'd like to like jump out of the cart and sort of go over to this bridge, and I want to pull out my wand from the back of my belt.
Okay.
And cast mending on the bridge. Okay,
great. First, we're going to start with Kazim. Will you go ahead and roll a perception check for me?
22.
22. Okay, if you guys want to go on over to roll 20, I'll show you what you see.
Oh shit.
Oh, here we go. What's happening?
Plot.
Oh, that's very pretty.
Oh, that's really good.
It is just a kind of basic, small little bridge. Kazim, so I'll say that Antioch is probably right around here, just kind of placing his mending. I'll put you two back here. And Kazim, you're kind of up in the air around this area, I would say. Does that seem about right?
Yeah.
So you see the open clearings, you see the trees, you do see that there's this large kind of, it's a really big boulder. What?
I'd like to do this stealthily if I can.
Okay, go ahead and roll for stealth for me as well then.
What? Are you getting worried?
Yes.
But there's a battle map?
Oh boy, that's an 11.
Okay, so you kind of take off. You're not really worried about stealth at first until you start kind of looking around, and you're seeing a lot of different places that could hide. But you do hear Antioch get off of the cart, and as you kind of quickly turn back behind him, you see him begin casting mending on the bridge when you noticed what seems to be a little bit of movement underneath the water. It's not moving incredibly quick, but it's definitely moving in a different direction of the river. So you've got I need a quick reaction. What do you
do? Something in the lake or something in the river.
Okay.
And then I'd like to grab my crossbow.
Okay. Yeah, you can grab your crossbow. So, Antioch, you hear, as soon as you start beginning to cast that mending, you just hear, something in the river! And as you look down to your left, you notice this weird kind of, how do I describe it? It looks like, it's got the face structure of a dog, but it's got this scaly skin. And as you kind of look behind it, it's got these two arms, but it does have like a mermaid's tail as it begins running towards you. We're going to put it there.
Oh, fuck. I am pulling out my gun.
Okay.
I am pulling out.
I need you all to roll for initiative, please.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
shit.
Oh. I forget. Do I have a thing for this? I might have a thing for this.
What? Oh, fuck, wait.
start doing my roll here.
No, I don't have
Alright.
anything for this. Okay.
Oh shit, that's what's that. Fuck me. Oh, I have terrible initiative.
Hmm.
I thought I forgot what my initiative was.
14 total.
Okay, hold on. So Nico, 14.
16.
Kazim is 16.
I also got a 14.
14.
22.
22.
If it makes me feel included with everybody else, I rolled 14 on the dice.
+7? What the?
Plus 8.
Plus 8.
Plus 8 to my
Oh yeah,
initiative.
math.
He hasn't learned, or...
Yeah.
Okay. So I need Nico and Silas. Please do a roll off for me. Actually, no.
Oh.
What's your guys' dex?
+1.
+1.
+3, 16.
+3,
that's
Nico.
right.
Nico's
Yeah,
gonna
I
do it.
thought
Okay.
yours was higher than mine.
Antioch.
How does this work? Wait, how does this work? Is that...
Okay. So, Antioch, what do you do?
Yep, I just need to... Okay, it's an action. I am going to use my action
Mm-hmm.
to create a tiny force ballista eldritch cannon
Okay.
with spider legs.
Okay.
And that is going to sit atop my shoulder,
Okay.
which, as a bonus action, will fire at the creature in front of me.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for the attack.
I just need to see if it has... Okay, it's +7 to hit. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
It does.
Yes.
It takes... 11 points of force damage.
Okay. So you guys see quickly, as soon as Kazim, you yell out, you see Antioch kind of look over as he begins pulling out his pack, and he starts putting these pieces together as quickly as he can. And you see this weird contraption begin crawling up his arm, and you just hear this loud crack as this small projectile shoots out towards the thing you just saw. And you see the water just kind of plume up almost as a small mushroom cloud as you see it kind of, you hear this kind of gurgling sound. And then all of a sudden, as soon as that happens, with your view, you see not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 more begin making its way up.
Oh.
Is that your turn?
My turn from then on is to retreat 5, 10, 15. Back here.
Okay.
That is my turn.
Okay. So it is now this weird creatures that you just shot's turn. Oh yeah. He's going to start running at you as fast as he can, using most of his movements.
The fish has legs.
Yeah, you notice that it's just as quick in the water as it is in the land, as it just kind of starts fucking using its 2 front claws. And you see that gaping mouth be kind of start hanging open a little bit more, as if the bones aren't quite as firm as they are for a dog. It's just this odd combination. And Nico and Silas, you just see this thing crawling out of the water and fucking like sprinting towards Antioch as you see him running away in a different direction. And it's a good like... from the tip of its nose to the end of its tail, it's a good 7 feet long. This thing's pretty fucking big. It's not looking crazy muscular, but yeah, it looks angry, and you see that there's these kind of cuts and burns on its side as it's running by, as if it's taking some damage. And he's going to attack you. Does a 15 hit?
for clarification, is it attacking me or the cannon?
You.
We are two separate entities.
You.
Me? No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Okay. So then he's going to go with his second attack, which is his claws, and does a, was that 17 hit?
A 17 would hit, but I would cast shield in response as a reaction, so no, it won't.
Okay, so make sure you use that spell slot. Okay, as you see him just kind of run up, you see him just kind of snap his jaw as you're able to kind of duck out of the way really quickly, but you see him come down with his other claw, and you very quickly just kind of duck down, and you see this, you and Nico and Silas, you see this kind of blue flash go over him as the this dog thing just kind of bounces off of him. Next up, it's going to be the this bad boy over here, as he's going to run up too, as he's kind of falling right behind his friend towards you, as you are where the explosion fucking came from. So he is going to get so 17 does hit because he just rolled a 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that hits.
So he's going to, let me see, he's going with his other attack too, and I'm assuming an 11 doesn't fucking hit. But
no.
Please take, where is it, this one? I think that was, yeah, please take 10 points of piercing damage as he's running up behind his friend, and as soon as that shield kind of gives out, you see him leap over his buddy as he latches onto your arm for a second. You see him trying to scratch off, but you're able to kind of push him off with your leg. You did get a little hurt, but not too crazy bad. And I think, let me just make sure. And I'm going to say after him doing that attack and you pushing him off, he's going to start kind of heading this way. You do get an attack of opportunity if you would like.
No, I don't, because I used my reaction.
Right. So yeah, he's going to start running off in this direction back towards the water. It is Kazim's turn.
I'm going to invoke duplicity.
Okay.
And put a little copy of myself. Let's say up here. How do I make the circles?
Hold down. Just hold down the left click.
Welp. Right
there it is. Okay, so you want your invoke duplicity right here. Oh, where'd it go? Right about here.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, let me change him up a little bit. He's gonna have, I'm gonna give you control of this guy as he is your duplicate, and I'm gonna add just that. The green means that it is your duplicate.
Sweet. And I will fly overhead like 15 feet off the ground above the bridge.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Next up is Nico.
I think I'm the one at the helm in the carriage.
Yeah.
To stop it, do you count it as an action or movement? Hold the horses.
I think when Antioch got off, it was already stopped.
Okay. In that case, I don't need to do that. But for my bonus action, I'm going to whistle for Henry.
Okay.
To make sure he's next to me.
Yeah, as soon as you see, as you look over on your right side, you see across the trees, you see Henry begin running up as he hops into the cart next to you.
Yeah, and I'm gonna hold my hand on his collar, just in general, like hold him next to me, and I don't want to attack him necessarily.
There you go, there's Henry.
It doesn't look like they're necessarily hostile, just in general, right? The water creatures.
No, it was pretty fucking weird seeing it run out, chasing Antioch as he's running away.
No, it didn't go after the cart or anyone else. He attacked them, and you know.
So it's attacking the guy we're being paid to escort.
I think that's fair that you would assume that, because you didn't see that it started charging him. You just saw him build this weird contraption and it shoot at the water.
Yeah. I feel like.
Well, actually,
Nico
no, because Kazim did say it's in the water, and as you probably would have looked over and saw that it began charging at him while he was building the thing. So it was coming towards him. So you would assume that at least that they are kind of hostile.
Okay. Since we're paid to protect the dude. Sorry.
I mean, it's fair.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim Eldritch Blast at the one next to him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for the attack.
And that's 2 of them. 27 to hit, first one.
That hits.
And the second one is a... Ooh, this one might actually miss. Does 14 hit?
14, it just misses.
Just misses. So one of them will hit,
yes.
Which is going to be... what's my D10? Ooh, that's decent. For 13 points of force damage.
Okay. So, Antioch in front of you is just, as you just kick the other one off and it starts running away, you just see this blue bolt of energy just kind of shoot off, and another one kind of shoots off into the distance to your right. But you see that it makes impact with the side of this dog fish thing as you see this kind of weird surge, and it tenses up as if there's some kind of extra thing on top of it. But yeah, it does pretty good damage, and this thing is fucking, it's hurting.
Yeah, it was more of a like, oh, I'm gonna hit you. Please don't look at me. But that was going to be my turn. Yeah, both my bonus action and my action. Yeah, that's my turn.
Yep. All right, Silas.
Okay, you're gonna have to bear with me here because there's a plan. So, first things first, I'm running up.
Okay.
Straight up here, that should be full 30. And I'm going to attack the guy in between me and Antioch.
Okay, roll for the attack.
Cool. So I get 2 attacks with this. The first one, this is with the axe. The first one is an 18.
Okay, that hits.
Oh, cool. And that is a 12 slashing damage.
Okay.
He's still alive?
He's fucking barely hanging on. As you get this good slash, you see it kind of struggling to stand up a little bit, and you're seeing this kind of black ichor beginning to come out of its mouth, and you're looking at at his wounds on his back, and it's starting to bleed out, and you're seeing this just kind of, you're hearing this growl. It almost sounds like imagine a sound of a dog growling underwater. It's super strange. Yeah. You're beginning to notice that the skin's kind of translucent, and you're seeing the fluid working underneath. This thing's fucking weird.
I thought I'd sorted everything, clearly fucking not. Alright, second verse, same as the first. That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
That hits, okay. Alright. And we are going to... Oh, it's not a lot. That's 7 slashing damage.
Oh, fuck, okay. You get this good cut on the side of it, and you see it just kind of like, it's still alive, it's still able to get up, but it is so badly hurt.
Okay. Right. Action surge.
Okay.
And I'm going to attack the other one this time. I'm attacking the one that started to run away.
Okay.
And I'm doing this with a menacing strike.
Oof. Okay.
So... that is a 17 to hit.
17 hits.
The blade. Once per action, you can expend a charge that doesn't use a bonus action. I'm also going to use the radiant damage from the Stormbringer axe.
Okay.
So that's 2d6. That's 2. That's 3. Plus 6, that's 9. Plus a d8 from menacing. That's 7, so that's 16 damage to the creature.
Okay.
And I need it to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
DC 14.
DC 14. Okay, let me What we got? Ooh, it's not terrible. And that's a 17.
Okay, so that's fine. What I am gonna do though, I hit it with an attack that dealt slashing damage, so its speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, great.
And until the start of my next turn. And for my second attack, I'm gonna forego the attack action to use the bonus action. What's it called? Commander's Strike.
Okay.
Using a second superiority die to give Nico an extra attack.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
So does Nico get to do that attack now?
So Nico, yeah. So for my,
you're taking his other attack. You get to do his other attack.
Yeah. You get my extra attack.
Oh shit! You just like look at me like Nico, shoot!
Yeah, no, it is literally like, so I cut the guy once, I cut him a second time, I turn, activate the axe, hit him again, look over at you, finish it off.
That's such cruel words. I hate that. Sure, I'm like, and I get, since it's an attack, right? I get two of my Eldritch Blast.
So when you take the attack action, you can forego one of your attacks and use a bonus action to direct an ally that can see or hear you to strike using its reaction. Adding this, so you get to make an attack. So if that's your Eldritch Blast, you get 2 bolts, and with both those bolts, I think you would get a D8 bonus on top of that.
I'm gonna rule because it says to use it as its reaction. I will allow you to do another attack, but you get 1 bolt.
Yeah.
One bolt.
You still get the D8 though, on top of all your other damage.
Oh, on top of that?
Yeah. So yeah, basically, I'm giving you one of my.
Which one did you point to? I'm supposed to shoot. Nico panics.
Oh God! Shoots Kazim.
I think it's either gonna be, obviously we don't know. I did a fair amount of damage to that one, the one running away. But if you attack the one hitting Antioch, I'm pretty sure you kill it. So it's 6 one, half a dozen the other. Because Antioch's gonna get another turn before it gets to attack him again.
Gotta be quick. You would just say, you guys just say, shoot, Nico. So
shoot.
I see things running. I shoot at the thing running.
Okay, so you're shooting at the one that's running towards the water.
Yeah, that's going to be 23.
23, that hits.
Okay. D10. Where's my D10? There it is. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Quite literally, like, just panic, like he's looking left, right, like he's looking, shooting. Yeah. And he goes for a total of, let's see, that's a 6 plus 5. That's going to be 11 plus 8, 19 points of damage.
19, okay. So
anyone says fighter is simple, you can fuck off.
So as you all are watching as Silas comes rushing up to Antioch to try and help him up, as he gets 2 heavy strikes on it, and you see that it's down and having trouble getting back up, but it is still alive, as he quickly turns around and he hits the one that's behind him with the back of his axe, as it just kind of launches off and hits the rail of the bridge, and all of a sudden he goes, Nico, shoot! As out of panic, goes, ah! And shoots off an Eldritch Blast and hits the one that just hit the pole, as it just kind of slaps down onto the ground too. It is still alive, and it is still making its way towards the river, but that was solid damage.
Dude, warn me next time. Don't just tell me to shoot. God damn it.
Is that your turn, Silas?
That's all I could do, because I'm going to assume that doesn't provoke an opportunity attack because we caused it to move.
Yeah, no, it doesn't cause it.
So, yeah, no, that's all I can do.
So,
but I planned that.
After seeing these couple attacks, this one over here is going to run up towards Nico and starts climbing up on top of the cart through the side of the cart, and that is a 16.
It hits.
It hits, okay. And how about a fucking 8? Does that hit?
No.
Okay, well, he kind of comes up, and you see him climbing up the side of the cart as he's snapping his jaw at your arm, and he gets one really good bite. And will you take 8 points of piercing damage. And you see that it's still trying to climb up, and you see its claws kind of slashing out and trying to get at you, but he doesn't seem to be able to do anything. So that's his turn. So we're gonna have, it is this one. He's gonna see that his buddy's in trouble. Actually, you know what? Let me just make sure. Okay. He's gonna run up to Silas, and let's see. Does a fuck NA 7 does not hit. Ooh shit, but a nat 20 does. That's for sure. I'm gonna take a shot for that one.
Where's that fucking token, bitch? Huh? That's your fucking unattuned from. You fucking cunt.
I haven't unattuned from it. Guardian emblem, bitches.
Shit. Okay.
We just talked about it.
Good shit.
Yesterday.
Good shit. Okay. So I'm still taking a shot for it because it is still a natty. Oh,
yes,
fuck. Good, Josh, good job. Because, whew.
Josh, thank you. Thank you. I love you.
As he comes running up and he goes up for, tries to slash at your legs, but he gets a good clamp onto your leg. Please take 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay. I'm a professional. It's fine.
Okay.
I stopped that from being 22.
That's all he's
Yeah.
going to be able to do. So he's going to run up, and now they have advantage. So 17?
Meets it, beats it. I'm pretty sure it's the ruling, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Okay, so that would make that a 21 then. So he's going to get you twice.
Oh, that's a yikes for
Ooh.
me.
11. Then...
Guys, I'm doing my job. I'm tanking.
Okay,
Just do
so
something.
please take 11 points of piercing damage and 6 points of slashing damage as he comes up, and you feel that claw just kind of go down your leg as he's just kind of jumping over one of his buddies, and he's slashing down with his claw. And immediately after you feel his claw kind of get away, you just feel a good clamp onto your thigh.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think that is all of their turn. So Antioch.
Given that Silas has very clearly done quite a lot of damage and can handle himself, all cannons are pointing towards the one by Nico. The Iron Root and the Eldritch Cannon are both going to take shots as action and bonus action.
Okay. Roll for your attacks.
Towards the one by Nico.
Okay.
That is a dirty 20.
That hits.
Yes, that is a dirty 20. And does a 16 hit?
16 does hit.
Okay. So
Take
that
shot before I
is...
forget. Cheers.
That's that one. Oh, fuck, that's off the table. That is... Now, what damage is that? Okay, there's 10 points of... I want to say magical piercing.
Okay.
I just need to double check that I've done that right.
Buffering.
Huh.
Reconnection successful. Okay.
Yep, we're back. We're back.
We're back. All right, so you just
We're back.
did 10 points, you said, of piercing damage?
Yeah, 10 points magical piercing.
Okay.
Oh, no, I don't need that one. I need that one. Followed by... what is that? 13 points of force.
You said 13?
13.
Okay. So, Nico, next to you, as this thing's trying to, like, rip off your arm with its bite, you just hear this loud crack, crack! And you just see a small projectile kind of go into the side as this dog thing kind of drops to the ground a little bit, but climbs back up, and all of a sudden a little bit bigger one kind of pushes it off. As you see it kind of shake off, and you see it kind of limping a little bit, but it's still trying to go after you as it composes itself and still starts trying to attack you. It's good. Did decent damage. This thing looks fucking hurt. Is that your turn?
That is my turn.
Okay, so now it is the one in front of you's turn, and he is going to keep trying to attack you as he heard that loud noises, and does a 21 hits and a 22 hits.
Yeah, those will both hit.
Okay, so he's gonna go for that one. That is 7 points. Wait, no, I'm wrong. That is 5 points of piercing damage, and that is 9 points of slashing damage as it tries to stand back up, and it's still like crawling towards you, and it gets a kind of a nip on your leg, and its claws that are just kind of flailing towards you do get a good scratch on your calf as it's still going towards you. I think that's all it can do. So it is the one that is next to Silas. Yes, it would be this one. That is next to Silas that is going to attack him again. Oh wait, no, it would be this one in the corner here.
I was say yeah, be the one running away.
One. He's gonna see his friends starting to get attacked, but so he's gonna turn around and he is going to try and attack Silas, and that is a okay. Does a 14 hit?
Nope.
Okay. There we go. 24. Does that hit?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay, cool.
Okay, so
I'll shut my whole mouth.
Please take 7 points of slashing damages. He kind of turns around and he's going for a nip, but you're able to kind of push him off a little bit. But he does manage to get a claw and scratch at your arm, just a smidgen. And that's all he can really do. So it is Kazim's turn.
How fucked up is everyone looking?
Go ahead and roll for perception. Well, okay. Let me clarify first. Before you read me that number, you can do a quick glance, which might give you some kind of information. That's a bonus action, or you can do an in-depth look, and that'll be a action.
Quick glance.
Quick glance for bonus action. Okay, what'd you get?
9.
Okay. The only thing you can really tell is the one that's by Antioch over here is fucked up. That thing's like guts hanging out. That's kind of all you can really tell. It's all kind of a blur because these things they're I don't want to say they're gelatinous as they are more firm than that, but they just kind of are so moving that they're flowing like water that it's kind of hard to really focus on where's what and being able to peek through it and stuff. So, but you can tell the one that's kind of right here is the most injured, but that's kind of what you can glean.
I meant mostly out of our
friends. That's all you can tell with your low roll. You can't tell you with your friends at all.
Then I would like to turn Silas into a T-Rex.
Fuck! Yes! I'm here for it.
I'm casting polymorph.
Okay, I'm here. That's fucking dope as shit.
Here's the stat block.
Roar.
So yeah,
Thank you.
whatever hit points you had, you're now at 136.
Okay. Wow. Yeah. Cool. Am I big too?
You are huge. You have a speed of 50 feet, and your AC is 13. You can fight and tail attack in the same turn.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
This is so crazy as shit. Okay.
Right.
So you see
cool.
Kazim just kind of quickly looking around, guys, and Nico, you just see Kazim kind of waving his hand a little bit, and these feathers start kind of trailing off as they start slowly going towards Silas. You swear you could see like this silvery metallic glitter going across as all of a sudden Silas just bursts. He's fucking like 15 feet tall, and all of a sudden a gigantic Tyrannosaurus Rex you've never seen this thing, but there's some kind of monster that has just emerged from whatever happened to Silas. Fucking baffling.
And now Silas was eaten by a huge lizard.
And Antioch, in front of you, all of a sudden you see Silas, you see his face struggling, as you just kind of see this confusion go across his face, as boom, huge T-Rex in front of you.
Shit.
I feel like I deserve this.
You get a +10 to hit.
I love it.
Cool.
I love it. You sure do. And yeah, is that what you do with your turn? That's fucking what a move.
As a bonus action, I'm gonna have my little guy, let's say, run up to here, and can I just have him start shouting?
Your bonus action.
Yeah, use your bonus action.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind then. Put him back.
He's right here.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a status ailment I use for this? What the fuck do I do for a T-Rex?
Just make his icon 2x2. It's going to be much easier.
3x3. I'm 3x3.
Huge.
Yeah.
3x3.
He's huge.
He's huge.
He's
He's
Huge
legitimately gigantic. Mega Silas.
What the fuck?
I stand by my decision.
That's a great move. That was fantastic. I love it.
The best part about it, Silas doesn't know what a T-Rex is.
Well, okay, so actually, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's much worse than you think. How long's Pally? Okay, we'll deal with this after. We'll deal with this.
It's concentration.
Okay, it's fine.
This is what I wanted to ask. Do I maintain my mental fortitude? Am I still Silas?
Your intelligence drops, but you keep the same personality.
Yeah.
You're still you on the inside. You're just not as smart.
I don't know, because do you know what a T-Rex's intelligence is? I don't think he would remember shit.
He can recognize food.
I don't know. Added 2 pretty basic primal instincts are kicking in at that point.
That dog looking mighty tasty.
Yeah, I mean, we'll deal with it in a minute. We will deal with this in a minute. We're gonna go with Nico. It is your turn. A gigantic T-Rex has just showed up.
Antioch, you must look like nothing.
Antioch's disappeared. You can't see him anymore.
I was gonna say, if anything, I'm invisible. I'm probably the safest person here.
Well, no, but you do still have that big fucking turret on your shoulder.
No, it's tiny.
Is it tiny?
It's smaller than I am, yes.
What the fuck?
I can choose between small and tiny. It is tiny. It is actually smaller than me.
Alright, fair enough.
So, I see a giant lizard. My arm is getting fucking devoured. I'm just gonna, hug into the dog, and I'm just gonna fucking thunder step away with the dog on top of the cliff. It's 90 feet radius, so, on top of here.
Okay, the dog is just gonna kind of cuddle up with you, and that, I think, would be easy enough for both, you both to make that jump.
Does that damage the cart?
Yes.
It sure does.
Yeah, it does.
Sure does.
Quite a bit. Whatever.
So you guys just hear this you guys hear this loud crack.
It's a Constitution saving throw, by the way.
It's a what?
Also.
Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, 16.
Okay. Let's see. What was his con?
But that's purely for damage.
Yeah. That is a 16. Actually, no, he would have that.
Right?
So that's a 15.
15, then it fails, and then it's going to take... Oh, thunder up to 300 feet away. People hear that. Cool. Well,
they hear it, but they don't take the damage.
No. It's you can hear it for 300 feet away. That's a 10. That's a 7. So that's 17. That's another 10. 27 points of damage.
Okay. You said it's thunder?
Thunder, yeah.
Okay, you guys hear this loud clap, and as you look over, the front of your guys' cart collapses as the axle seems to have broken and the front has blown out, as well as this weird kind of blackish mist just kind of evaporate from behind it as it's fucking gone. That thing is
yeah, about that mending spell, Antioch.
Yeah, it is fucking
Aren't you just glad you have the artificer here?
Gone. It is no longer in existence.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Bonus action, I hugged the dog.
The dog kind of whimpers a little bit after seeing that, just kind of snuggling into you. Jesus. Silas. Oh, and I have changed my ruling because his wisdom is 12, so you would understand. Do not eat this person. That's kind of all you would understand. Cool. You see Antioch and know you're not supposed to eat him. Yeah. The other things are just kind of eh. Also, there's 2 Kazims, which you're not supposed to eat them either. So
don't eat the feather boy. So I'm gonna argue that my tail attack is gonna just be out of sheer confusion. So I'm just gonna roll a d4 and see who I hit, if that's good with you.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if anything, it would be an accidental attack.
Please do. That would be him just kind of turning around, trying to figure out what's going on with his own life, because they are all connected. Okay. They're all in your space.
Yeah, so that's a 2. So I'm going clockwise. 1, 2. I'm hitting the boy in the corner.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the Go ahead and roll for the attack for me.
Yeah. Hold on, I just need to remember what this is. All right, so the tail attack is a +10. Cool. Cool. That's 26.
That hits. Please roll for damage.
All right, cool. Well, that's 3d8 + 7. Okay. All right. That's a 6. That's an 8. That is an 11 + 7 is 18. Bludgeoning damage, not magical, because T-Rex is
as you're
not
watching
magic.
the T-Rex just kind of twist around, kind of looking at itself, you see it just launch one of these things across the fucking river into this tree, and it just like turns into a fucking paste as it just drops to the ground. It's dead. It's fucking gone.
I stand by this decision fully. I'm at eye level with Silas right now.
Yeah. You literally just saw him twist around, and it just hears, and all of a sudden there's just one of these monsters, boom, into a tree, gone, as it just slumps to the ground as a pile of flesh.
Cool. So I'm gonna. So after I've done that, I sort of lock eyes with Kazim, and obviously, still very much tear, but there is this look of like, we're gonna talk about this later.
No, there isn't. There's this just look of pie. You don't understand. You don't understand what the fuck's happened to you. You just know you're not supposed to eat him.
He's a himbo right now. It's
the issue is, I don't know if I want to eat the others, but fuck, we're doing another d4. We'll do d4 -1. Well, sorry, boy. I know you're nearly dead, but the dice has decided.
Okay, go ahead and roll for the attack.
Yeah, sure. Cool. That's an actual.
So, in front of you, Antioch, you just see the T-Rex turning again, and all of a sudden you just... Oh God! As you are just drenched in this black goo, as this thing is getting up to try and bite you, and then all of a sudden, gone.
Can I find out what the damage would have been?
Go for it!
Cool. All right.
The number's fun.
9. It says 15. 18.
I will remember this, Kazim.
22.
This is 8d12 damage, by the way.
29. No, it's 6. So it's 29. So 43.
For a crit?
Yeah.
He's using his tail, not a bite.
Oh, I thought this was a bite.
Oh, he's using his tail.
He did say. He said.
Oh, buddy.
Did you bite?
Oh my God.
Or did you use your tail?
He said bite.
It should be a bite.
Oh yeah, then it's 8d.
Yeah.
It's 8d.
Yeah. So we're on, what did I say? What did I say we were on? What did I say we were on?
43.
43. Cool. So we got 2 more. So that's a 45. That's 56.
Plus 14.
Plus 14. So that's 8. That's 17.
Jesus.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah, he's gone. He's just
nom.
beautiful black mist. Just and you are covered. As soon as he bites down, it just kind of oh shit, and it's all dripping down Silas's face. Is that your turn?
This is the day where Silas takes over Nico's KD.
Yeah, fucking A. Is that your turn?
Well, but yeah, because I can't do anything else. Fuck the plan I had.
Well, this guy right here is gonna fucking book it. Are you gonna do an attack opportunity?
Yeah, sure. Why? Actually, wait. Do I get those?
Does it T-Rex?
I don't know.
All creatures.
Yeah, all creatures get attack on opportunity.
I'm a bite it then.
Roll for the attack.
Cool. That's 29.
That fucking hits. 4d12 of damage, please.
Right.
This is ridiculous. Okay. This
is amazing.
18,
I will be remembering
19.
this.
I've been with you for 3 days, and I've already seen
just so I didn't choose. I didn't choose this.
What is it?
All right. Well, I just want you to remember. There's so hold on. It's plus That's 45.
Okay, so as soon as it starts running away, Silence just bites it in fucking half as it just drops dead. And you see it kind of it's trying to crawl to the fucking riverbank as all of its guts and shit are coming out from where its tail used to fucking be, leaving a small trail of black ichor and thick goo as it's just boiling out. And yeah, it's dead.
Yeah, but then guys, clerics are really balanced. They're really balanced. They're really balanced.
Okay.
Spellcasters. Fuck, dude.
The last guy, I guess, is gonna make a break for it. Oh, he can't.
I'm gonna do one.
No, you used your reaction already.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, so he's gonna get in the water, and because of his form, he just fucking is booking it down the water. He is booking it the fuck out of there.
Let him go.
He's gonna use he's using his action to get the hell out of here. So he's gone. That he is still within range of Antioch. You want to do something? As you see this dude just fucking get into the water and gone down the river.
Let him live. Let him tell the others what he saw.
No one will fucking believe him. A fucking T-Rex ain't Terry. He was running for the water, just ate him in half.
If this entire combat isn't highlighted, I'm gonna be disappointed.
God damn it.
That.
Do you do anything?
Okay, I have a question.
Go for it.
How much? I can't believe I'm saying this. How much does the top half of this guy weigh? Like that front half that wasn't eaten. How much does it weigh?
I would say okay.
Sake,
so I actually do
every campaign.
No, I know, but this is important.
So I'm gonna say it probably weighs about. It's mostly water, 45, 50 pounds. Very dense.
Very dense.
Yeah, because it is very like. It looks like it's mostly made out of water. It's not, but it probably retains a lot of fluid.
All right. I need to find. Is there something around that weighs less than 10 pounds?
Yeah, there's probably some rocks and stuff near you.
Cool. I'm gonna pull out the wand, which counts as my arcane firearm.
Okay. Are you about to shoot a fucking rock at the other one?
I am going to cast catapult on the rock and shoot it at the other one.
Roll for attack.
You don't need to kill them. They're
Roll
running
for
away.
attack.
They're just
Go for it.
Look, these things jumped me, and I'm also moving up here.
They're wild animals.
Bonus action.
Don't question the gun. Don't question
You know what? It attacked me, and I took it
Please
personal.
go.
So,
don't insult the guy.
I'm casting at the second level.
Okay.
It can't make a dexterity saving throw. It automatically hits, which means, what is that? That's 48 plus an extra D8 for the arcane firearm plus 2D8 for the eldritch cannon if that hits. So let's just. Does a 24 hit
It's
with the cannon?
Yes.
Cool. So what is that? 5. That's 7D8.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sakara, about that really balanced encounter.
I tried my best to make a balanced homebrew fight. I made creatures for it. What do? You summon a fucking T-Rex and throw a boulder at it. What the fuck?
And we ruined the cart.
Yeah, you did ruin the cart. That is true.
That was an accident.
Plus 37.
Fucking 7.
45 points of damage.
Okay, so you guys see this thing swimming down the ocean. You see Antioch running as quick as he can to the fucking river as he pulls out this wand and he points it towards a rock and hucks it. And you just see this huge rock going through the sky and pins this fucking thing, this weird dog-like thing underneath it. As you hear this, and you hear it struggling, and you see Antioch just kind of go around, and you hear this loud crack again as its head fucking explodes.
Must not play fetch. Must not play fetch.
What spell was that?
Catapult, second level.
Yep, second level catapult with the arcane firearm, which that's a artificer thing, which adds a D8 to any magical damage, any spell I use, with the wand.
And with that, takes us out of combat.
Oh my god.
There's half an eaten one on the riverbank. There's one that's head exploded down the river. There's one that's been a pile of just flesh at the bottom of a tree. One is just a fucking viscera that's kind of leaking into the lake. You're seeing streaks of this black shit going down the river. And another one's just a fucking black splatter mark on the fucking cliffside. That was where Silas is.
Let's hope they're not an endangered species.
I was really hoping they were going to be lighter than that.
You wanted to throw the body at the other body.
I wanted to throw the body at the other one. Absolutely, I wanted to throw the body.
That's
Same amount of damage.
That's so fucked. These things are pretty.
No.
It's like
Fuck these things.
It's like 7
They
feet long.
charged
Yeah.
me.
So half
They
of it was still
bit
3.5.
me.
Yeah.
They pissed me off.
Yep, they sure did.
Jerry bit me. So
If
I
anyone's
cut him in
curious,
half
that
and threw him at the sea.
those were actually a homebrew creature of mine. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed them because they're gone.
They're fucking dead.
What would you guys like to do?
I would like to walk up to the cart and cast mending on it.
Okay. It's gonna
What
take.
does the Carver? You tell me what I'm gonna do, because I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah, you're just-
What do dinosaurs like?
I'm just gonna break concentration on it right now.
I like to think that Dino Silas is just kind of walking around. He's just licking the bodies and stuff. So he walks over to the river and he starts licking that a little bit. You see him just kind of walk over to the giant rock as he's trying to move it over. You see him sniffing the other one. Then all of a sudden he breaks concentration. Silas, you're fucking like waist deep in the water. You've got black ichor all over your fucking body, and your mouth tastes like rotting flesh.
This is a new jacket.
He did just get it clean.
Right.
You look down, you're seeing that it's dripping down your chest, and it smells like rotting lettuce for some reason.
Kazim, what the fuck? What is that? Oh, what does that taste? What the fuck? Kazim, what the fuck did you... and I'm just washing my mouth out with river water at this point. I hate... Kazim, what the fuck did you do to me?
Oh yeah? It's a long story. Who needs healing?
I have a question, Karma.
Yeah.
How tall is the cliff down?
It's a good like 60, 70 feet. It's pretty tall.
It took me a stuck up there.
I'm not stuck up there. I can get down.
Can the dog get down?
Yeah, absolutely, it can get down.
I don't know. Have you tried whistling?
I'm thinking. You know what? It's not like I'm just gonna use the flight feature, but like instead of like actually flying down, I'm just gonna want to like kind of pick up the dog with my awful strength. I just want to kind of slide like at the side of it.
Yeah,
not necessarily flying,
you could probably
like,
do that. You could probably easily
Yeah.
kind of slide down without falling necessarily.
Yeah.
Will you roll for Dex with advantage for me?
Ooh, with advantage, that's even better. Ooh. Just pure dex?
Yeah, pure Dex. Or
18
actually,
total.
I'm sorry, acrobatics or athletics if you'd prefer one of those instead.
That's the exact same thing for me.
So yeah, you're pretty
Yeah.
easily able to slide down the sides with the dog in tow. And I'm gonna say that you're probably about right here.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, it was
Yeah.
closer to like 30 feet than it was 60. I went way too big. It's about 30-ish feet. But yeah, you were able to get down pretty easily.
Good. Yeah. I think I'll just slowly make my way over to the cart with the dog and like next to my just holding onto onto its collar.
You guys
like,
are walking.
just in general.
You see Nico just kind of holding this dog as like a baby as he's petting it as he's walking across the river, heading towards the cart that is now destroyed, but is slowly making its way out. I'm gonna say after about like 25, 30-ish minutes, you could probably fix it. I will say that This fight probably did kill your guys' time a little bit, but you were making good time before that anyway, so, you know, you'll probably still be able to get a good day's worth of travel, but not nearly as good as it has been. The floor is yours if you guys want to explore, or we can continue forward.
Oh, God, I'm gonna try and...
Just, you know, just in general, like, all of that, I don't know if you guys have seen that, but, like, I think Silas turned into a giant lizard, you know? It's... Yeah?
It wasn't very pleasant on my end.
My duplicate's gone about this point, by the way.
Is.
Yeah.
How did you do that? How did you turn into I didn't know you could turn into a lizard like that.
That's so cool, Silas. You can turn into a lizard? Oh, that's wild.
Roll for deception for me with advantage.
Karma, you said it's been about 30 minutes?
It'll be about 30 to 45 minutes before it's actually fixed.
Okay. Because the artillery cannon disappears after an hour.
Okay. What'd you get there, Kazim?
9!
Yeah, everyone knows it was... Nico would have known it was you, but Silas is able to very easily pick out that, you did it to him.
Don't ask me, Nico. Kazim's magic is what did it, and I don't entirely know...
Magic.
I don't entirely know how I feel about it, but what I do know is those things do not taste good. Like, at all.
Also,
Pinky?
why... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna look at the artificer we have. That was completely unnecessary to kill the one that was trying to run away. It's just an animal. Like, you didn't have to execute it.
One, it pissed me off, and two...
Just because you're pissed off doesn't mean you can go just kill people.
And I'm sorry. Would you like it to kill the potential child that's up down the way? That's camping along the river?
You're gonna go through that route. A potential child. Just because something is dangerous doesn't mean it's going to automatically kill something.
They literally tried to kill us. If there is somebody who cannot defend themselves up the way, I would rather them be safe and deal with the problem. If you don't like my methods, I'm sorry, I don't care.
It's just an animal.
Yeah.
Its instincts is to just attack when it's hungry or when it's scared or whatever. It was just an animal. Sure, a bit more monstrous than usual, but... No matter. It's dead now. How's the card looking? My bad. Didn't mean to.
After a while, it is starting to come together again. He's able to fix the axle underneath. The wheels are kind of bent a little bit, but they're fixed enough to be able to keep going forward. So it is serviceable.
I'm gonna make sure the horses are okay, because I imagine that would have been rather traumatic.
Yeah, they just kind of ran off a little bit. As soon as the T-Rex fucking showed up, they're probably a good 80, 100 feet away, just kind of nuzzling behind a rock, waiting.
I'm gonna go make sure the horses are okay, and, you know, pet Artemis a little bit, and... Oh, God. And slowly guide them back to our cart. And desperately trying to get that fucking taste out of my mouth. Because it lingers. Thanks, Kazim. But, yeah.
Okay.
I help.
Is the bridge even stable enough, just in general?
I mean, you roll for perception, or you can get a little bit closer. You can roll for investigation if you want to look.
You know what? I'm gonna go for investigation, only because it's slightly better.
Okay.
What?
What is that? 19 total.
Okay, so upon closer look, it looks like obviously the wood has been there. It's rotted a little bit underneath, but you guys could probably get across pretty safely. But what really catches your eye, there is some wood, and underneath there seems to be these pillars, and at the base of these pillars holding up the base of this bridge seem to be these small pods of some kind of like round, like light bluish. They almost blend into the water, but you can see the little itty bitty gray kind of silvery things swimming around underneath. Upon a closer look, you can notice that they seem to be some kind of like almost tadpoles, kind of covering the base of these pillars. And there's fucking a fuck ton of them.
So we just basically killed Mama, Papa, and family of the tadpole babies that were defending their territory.
Yeah, but Uncle Terry's a weird one, so you probably don't mind that one.
You do also see that there is what looks to be, with your investigation, you do see what looks to be a box, like a small, I'm going to say about as big as this book kind of box, maybe a little bit taller, that seems to be almost buried behind all of the weird pods, but you can see just the corner of it. You can get it. You're probably going to need to break some of those pods to get it.
God. I don't want to hurt the babies. Oh, damn it. You know what? I feel like the bridge probably not the best place for the eggs to be there. I think I'm just gonna spend a little time with my mage hand to just, pick them up and put them somewhere safer than the bridge where people are traveling all the time. I feel that's what Nico would do, actually. Just find a bit more safer space away from the traveled route.
Okay, so you probably move them down river. As you're kind of working on that, it's going to take a while because there's a lot of eggs.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so you guys, as this is going, you do notice that there are like slightly bigger ones that are obviously turning into those things that are just kind of hiding underneath the bridge. As soon as you kind of notice them, you see them all get in the water and begin swimming down river a little bit further. They don't seem to be intent on staying with you at all.
I can imagine why.
I wonder why.
So yeah, while you see Nico working on something underneath the bridge, what are you guys doing? And you see he's pretty intent on working on whatever the hell he's working on.
Honestly, probably a bit curious on what he's doing.
Yeah, I'll probably pop in, give a little help.
Okay. So you guys begin working together, moving the eggs of the animals that you've just killed, hoping that hopefully they'll be able to hunt on their own and be able to provide their own food because they're very young and hopefully didn't need their mothers for their own food.
Don't guilt trip us.
I mean, it's fine.
Fucking points that out every single opportunity he gets. We just killed like those animals' parents just because they were defending their territory.
How
defending their territory, but we defended ourselves. The last one we didn't need to kill, but the rest of them completely necessary.
Nico, I understand your point of view, I really do, but think about all the animals I've killed and hunted to get us food. How many of them do you think were parents? It's regrettable, absolutely it's regrettable, but ultimately it is survival of the fittest, and they probably made their nest on this bridge to pick apart and hunt travelers and passerbys. I understand what you're saying, but I also see Atriok's point of view. If not us, if it was a farmer coming across to bring his cattle to market, he probably wouldn't have made it either. It just comes down to what you value more, the life of future travelers or the life of these creatures. Both are valid in their own way.
A hypothetical life of a future farmer. I understand the point, it just doesn't mean that it has to sit well with me.
No one's saying it has to. We understand. We did what we had to survive. So did these creatures. Ultimately, there is a food chain for a reason.
I don't like that. He grumbles and continues working on safely putting away the eggs.
Well, you guys are putting the eggs away and making sure that they're a little bit safer, and we'll start continuing on our journey in a little bit. I think we're gonna take our break here as we are almost at that 2-hour mark. I'm gonna go smoke. I'm gonna leave that on so that you guys can talk, and I will be right back. But before that, I'd like to mention, we were just defending ourselves. 3 of them tried to run away, and you all murdered them. So I'm just saying.
I was gonna say, hang on, didn't Nico shoot one of the ones that
in the middle of the fight? In the middle of the fight where Silas told me to shoot, that thing first moved. That's about it. This is not hunting down an actual.
Also, that was Silas burning Nico's reaction to do that. That wasn't an optional.
I had to shoot something. That thing moved. That is not hunting down. And that was
and Silas did that because it was a case of the guy we're being paid to escort is being attacked.
Yeah, Silas ate one of them just because he's a fucking T-Rex and wanted to eat one.
I'm not obviously I'm not gonna say Silas is innocent in all this, but
he launched 2 of them into a black mist, and then ate one in half.
I take no responsibility for my actions at all.
I have no regrets for my actions.
Silas doesn't know what he did.
Well, I'll be right back, guys. All right. Yeah. So as we continue on our quest, you guys are going to bed down for the night. And how are we setting that up? Are you guys going to keep going for a little bit, or are you guys going to stay by the river? What are we doing?
Yeah. Wasn't there a box underneath the river?
Yeah, Nico was in the box too.
Okay. So you are able to get the box out. I want you to roll for sleight of hand for me.
Oh, that's decent actually. That's really decent. Let's see. What is this? Okay. 21.
Okay, so you are able to kind of chisel away a little bit at this formation that's been around it, as it looks like these animals use like sediment or something from the riverbed to kind of make their nests almost for their eggs. So you're able to chisel away at that for a bit as you see this cloud of just kind of dirt begin going down the river and the box becomes free. There doesn't seem to be any residual things on it. It's kind of rusted and bent, a small little iron box. Looks like it's been there for quite a while, and you try to open it, but it does seem to be locked by something. You do see that there's some sediment in the lock, so it might be a little bit harder to open, but yeah, they probably, guys, if you tried hard enough, you'd be able to figure out how to open it.
Yeah, eventually. But yeah, I vote that we don't stay here tonight. I don't know why.
Let's maybe make some distance from the river.
Okay. So as you guys continue on forth for another couple hours, maybe another 2 hours or so, are able to find another kind of forest area pretty easily that you can break off and make yourselves a small little camp as you guys are setting up camp and making your breakfasts. How are we doing the sleeping arrangements tonight?
I'm cuddling up with the dog, thank you very much.
Okay.
Antioch's probably hiding out in the carriage.
Okay.
For the night.
I'll take what? Kazim took it last night. I'll take it tonight.
Okay. So go ahead and roll for perception for me.
Sure. I'm just gonna bring this back. Perception is 16.
Okay, so as you were beginning to lie down, and you were kind of watching through the fire, staying up, kind of kindling to yourself and thinking to yourself, it gets pretty late, about maybe 1. Around this time, you begin to hear some rustling at the edge of the forest. You're about a good 40-50 feet away from the edge, but you do hear some twigs kind of snapping out there. Something's out there. You also hear the small snoring and sleeping sounds of your companions around you and the horses that have laid down kind of near the fire as well. You seem to be the only one that's noticed it.
I will take a little bit of the firewood and sort of a makeshift torch, and torch in one hand, axe in the other. I will very slowly make my way forward a little bit, and I'll whistle for Henry.
Okay.
as softly as I can to try not to wake everyone up.
So as you kind of whistle, you see coming around the tent is Henry, just kind of coming closer to you, kind of wagging his tail, breathing kind of heavy as you guys are slowly making your way. Do you want to roll for stealth for me? And I'm gonna roll for Henry as well.
Cool. That's a nat 20 I don't get to use. That's still okay though. That's a 15.
Okay, so you notice that you don't fucking hear Henry at all. Like, you don't hear his steps or anything, but you don't even hear his breathing, but you look over and you see that he's still there kind of low as you guys are making your way towards the edge of the forest. As you're hearing more rustling and you're hearing these it sounds like it's getting a little bit more violent. As you kind of get to the tree line and you kind of peer over, you just see what looks to be these two small foxes that have just chased down a rabbit and they're just kind of eating it. Do you make any kind of interaction with them as they're just sitting there and they're eating their kill and start trying to drag it off a little bit towards what looks to be a kind of larger tree out of most of them as they pull it down to this hole.
Honestly, Silas is just going to sort of sit and watch, and because it would remind him a little of him and Zara from their younger years, sort of hunting together and bringing it home. So honestly, he's just going to sort of sit, holster his axe, pet Henry a little bit, and just sort of let himself reminisce and actually, the first time in a while, like, enjoy remembering her.
What really brings it to you is you see that as soon as they bring it to the front, you see them all they leave it outside as they both kind of start going inside, and you see what looks to be these three smaller little foxes. They've barely got any hair. They're kind of grayish as their parents are orange, so maybe their colors haven't quite come in as they kind of go around the rabbit, and they all begin to start sharing their small meal. And you're reminiscing of the times that you brought food home back for your wife and as she's sitting there feeding your child, reminiscing of the good times with your family and enjoying the kind of calmness of the night as you're hearing the wind blowing through the leaves of the trees above you, just so faintly, but still it's just a calming, easy night. As we go into the next morning, I will say you all did complete a long rest. Make sure you do mark that.
I used quite a bit in that fight.
All right. As you all are beginning to wake up again, and Silas, what did you decide to go? Did you go hunting again for something, or are you going to use some things that you have?
We're going to use what we have. I don't want to risk hunting the foxes.
Okay.
So we're just going to use what we have.
Okay. So as you guys wake up to the smells of the garlics and the herbs that are being flown up, I will say. Antioch, that's your first time of like actual combat that you've really had. You're not really used to that kind of combat thing. So I'll say you probably sleep in a little bit longer than normal just because you're probably pretty goddamn tired. You've never had a chance to really test out your stuff like that before. So you probably wake up last out of everybody, but Nico, as you wake up, you notice that Henry's not in the tent with you, but as you look out, you see that Henry is sitting by the fire next to Silas as he's cooking up a bit more of that turkey meat that he had, as well as some potatoes he's probably brought along with him, as he's always seems to have a nice hearty collection of that. You guys do anything this morning, or we'd like to continue?
Any love of that little box you found?
Not much yet. I'm just planning to, for the day, tinker like on it a little bit, like clean it up with, I mean, it's nothing that actually needs requires like haste. Just just chip a little bit of the dirt from time to time, and eventually I suppose I'll get it open. But other than that, not really. We have a long travel ahead of us, and this is as good a thing to do as anything else.
Well, if you find anything interesting, let us know. I'm sure Kazim would love to get his feathers on it.
If I find something that could interest him, I will make sure to tell him.
Oh, come on, before it gets cold.
I'm not in the mood for eating. I'm sorry, Silas, but yeah, I'm good today. Thank you very much. But yeah, I think I'm good.
Well, I'll hold on to it just in case. You're good, but you're better when you're on a full stomach.
Yeah. Yeah. Nico just takes the blanket and kind of burritos like his like over his hair, like just kind of like covers himself, sits up in front of the carriage, and like, yeah, yeah, he's gonna have a slow day today.
Okay. So as we, oh my god, my dog is losing his mind out there. As we continue with our adventure throughout the day, I'd like one of you to roll my d20 for the day, please.
I think I'm up.
Yeah, you guys have about 4 to 6.5 days left.
That is a 6.
A 6. Where is it? Excuse me.
A purple worm attack.
There it is. It is not, actually. Well,
Purple worm with a very familiar scar.
Okay. As you guys are continuing down the road, the forest is still just as thick as ever, but you do notice over on the left side seems to be a kind of large-ish clearing, bigger than normal. It looks like for some reason just trees around there just don't seem to grow. It looks a little bumpy, but yeah, it's just kind of out of place out of the rest of the forest, as everything else is so densely populated with trees. This just seems to be a very... at a glance, you'd guess it's maybe like 120 feet long and maybe like 80-ish feet wide. So it's pretty noticeable out of the rest of the forest.
Oh, you were muted.
Yeah, no, sorry, someone came in.
No, I was muted. No, I feel like we should just be continuing traveling in general. Like, there's nothing like, man, I don't know.
If anyone would like to roll a perception check, I will stay with Kazim. With your passive perception, do notice that there just seems to be in the middle of it just some kind of hole.
I don't want to be greedy. I'd like to make a perception check.
Okay, roll for perception.
That's a fucking 25.
Yeah, you do notice that this hole, it's obviously not natural. It doesn't look like, it looks like it's been dug out. You can see like small mounds of dirt. So something's dug around there. You're not sure what, but...
You know you want to.
I'm gonna fly over and take a look stealthily. Can I use my Blessing of the Trickster on myself?
Please do. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. So that's advantage. Wow, that's a 4 and a 5 for a total of 5 on stealth.
Oh,
yeah, so you guys...
No, for a total of 8.
You just see Kazim just kind of look over and go, whoa, as he just fucking takes off over there to kind of take a look out. If you guys want to go over roll 20, I'll show you what it looks like.
Oh, here we go again, boys!
So as you can see, it kind of narrows from a path from the road, and it goes all the way towards the back. And when it kind of opens up, you see in the middle seems to be this just kind of hole dug by something. From being high up, Kazim, you kind of can't see the bottom of it, but it looks like it goes kind of deep. But yeah.
Oh, why do I feel like we've been down this road before? Metaphorically speaking.
Mm-hmm.
As we've been, Silas.
We haven't told Antioch about the
Doesn't matter. He doesn't need to hear about that time.
You're talking about the giant purple worm that almost eviscerated everything around us, and almost...
that mountain eater, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, the one that missed.
Because we looked in a hole and we're not supposed to.
Yeah.
I came out very rich from that scenario, and we got some cool...
Yeah, Nico, if I remember rightly, it's because Kazim saw something shiny, wasn't it? You know, just...
Okay, Kazim, there's a deal. If you're gonna look, I'm gonna look too. But
okay.
Fuck's sake.
I'm gonna cast light on, like, a crossbow bolt.
Okay. Are you gonna shoot? You're gonna shoot down the hole?
Well, I'm gonna walk over. Can I see the bottom? Is there a bottom?
You're walking over to the hole, right?
Flying.
You're
how high
flying?
up
Okay,
above the hole?
then I'm just walking.
How
Fuck you,
high
then.
up above the hole are you?
2,000 feet. No, like 15 feet. I'm just not touching the ground.
15 feet. This hole isn't huge. It looks like maybe like Silas could probably, if he tried to squeeze, could probably get down there. So it's kind of hard to really see into it from that high up, especially. Are you shooting into it? You just, because it's daytime and you've just got a bolt with light cast on it, so it doesn't really do much for you.
I'm gonna shoot down there.
Okay.
Oh,
good. What if something is just sitting there?
But first, I'm gonna land and cast Detect Magic.
Okay. That's so it tells you the class and it tells you if there is something there, right?
The School of Magic, and roughly where it is. Okay. The spell can penetrate most barriers, but it's blocked by a foot of stone, a foot or an inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt. So, if there's too much dirt in the way, I might not be able to see it.
Yeah, if that's the case, yeah, you don't pick up on anything.
Yeah.
What if it's just like a grave, that someone hastily just buried someone and left because someone could be buried there. Why?
You said there are mounds of dirt nearby?
Yeah, it looks like there's these. It's just a small pile. It looks like something has been kicking up the dirt from there, or maybe brought it up. You can't tell. You can probably with an investigation check be able to tell a little bit better, but it just looks like that dirt probably came from that hole.
Investigation.
Investigation.
That's an 11.
Yeah, you can't really tell.
Can I tell at least if it's fresh or old?
With an 11, probably not.
All right.
We did way more stupid shit, Kazim.
I'm gonna shoot down the hole.
Okay.
Oh my god. I'm gonna take 5 steps back.
Are you standing still? Or are you flying?
I'm gonna start. As soon as I shoot it, I'm flying up.
Okay, so you
I know how worms work.
Okay. Well, this ain't a worm, but you shoot down the
You bastard.
you shoot down the hole, and it goes for a little bit, not nearly as deep as the last one that you remember kind of seeing with the purple worms, but it goes down a good maybe, you'd say about 12, 15-ish feet. Not crazy. It looks like if you tried, you could probably squeeze down there. There's also a gradient to it, so you'd probably even be able to crawl up and down it if you really wanted to. And as you're looking down there, it just kind of looks like it's a tunnel that it slopes off down, and you see your bolt hits about here, about 15 feet, as before it starts kind of narrowing out, or going flattening out where you can't see it anymore.
Did you gain anything from that?
I know it's pretty deep. It's not just a grave. I can tell you that much.
Is it a burrow of some kind?
It's very clearly a burrow of some kind. Do we want to fuck with whatever made this burrow, though, is the real
How many
question.
feet deep does it seem to be? Ish, Josh?
Well, my bolt went down 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the tunnel goes clearly beyond that. I'm assuming the light doesn't go.
You know what? I'm just gonna feel around with my mage hand, I suppose. I don't have to necessarily be the one to actually stick my fucking arm into that hole, because that ain't a good idea.
I feel like even a mage hand is a bad idea, but so.
I've got an idea.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I'm gonna take my shrinky barrel thingy. That I'm so happy named it.
No!
I'm gonna grow it.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna take one of the fish, and I'm gonna chuck it down the hole.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna polymorph yourself into
This
something.
is me.
small.
This is not me doing this. This is me
Okay, I
pitching it
thought
to the
if you're
group.
gonna take the fucking barrel, put it in there, and then activate it to grow so the fucking mounds get better and bigger. That's what I thought you were gonna do.
That's an idea, but we can already fit in the hole.
Oh, good luck getting in that hole. I'm not going down there.
What do you think? Fish in the hole? Do you think that's a good idea? That way, if there is anything, it might
yeah,
come from the fish.
yeah, and then we can figure out. Hey, do we fucking leave if it looks like something rather dangerous,
Why are we even trying to investigate this all to begin with? It's not like, we need
There's very clearly something here.
There's well, hold on. We're just assuming that a burrow in a clearing is worth anything.
I don't want Karma to waste the second homebrew creature that he made for this session. If there's something there, fuck it. We're already here.
Fish in the hole. Bam. It's done.
Okay. So you throw the fish into the hole, and you kind of wait for a little bit. You don't really see anything. Anyone who would like to, please roll for perception with disadvantage, please.
A disadvantage? Okay, cool. Oh, well, go.
17.
That's a 12.
Anyone
That's
else
a 12.
12? Antioch, you doing it?
No, Antioch's still in the cart.
Okay.
Antioch's staying the fuck out of the shit.
As soon as you throw the fish down and you kind of sit there for a minute, you kind of scan around to see what's going on. As you kind of look at the dirt and you start looking at the ground, you notice that there are a couple of these rocks and stuff. And you swear for a second you saw some movement over by the rocks. You swear you saw some movement.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but those rocks are teeth. And this is just a really big thing. This is gonna sound crazy.
So you just
That's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining Jaws right now.
So you just shot a crossbow bolt down its throat.
I don't think it's...
Why would you shoot it? Why would you just throw a pebble with light on it? Why did you have to shoot it specifically?
I was hoping I would hit something, to be honest with you.
Oh, so you wanted to piss it off?
I was hoping there was a guy down the hole, and then I would be like,
so you would shoot it for no reason?
What
Because he's in the hole?
What happened to with killing creatures so they don't kill people?
No, it wouldn't
die. It's just a crossbow bolt. He'd be fine.
Depends where you shoot him.
No, he wouldn't be fine.
It depends on where I shoot. But I could heal him. I could pick him back up. Okay.
It doesn't make it any better.
We've traveled with someone who, with a single swipe, was able to cut someone's throat and kill them immediately. You're not going to tell me that a crossbow bolt is not going to be enough to kill a human person. Or any person for that matter.
I have ways of not killing people. Okay? I'm sorry, I don't turn into a T-Rex and kick things in half.
No, you do it to other people. I know you, Kazim.
So
you may try and lie to Nico.
Do we notice anything from the movement?
With your passive perception, as you guys are having this conversation, you guys would have been distracted talking to each other, essentially. You turn back around and notice that the fish is gone. You look back up at the rocks, and one of them is missing.
Maybe just tiny rock elementals and,
upon noticing that the rock is gone, you notice there's a second hole.
Oh.
Let's get out of here.
Where's your sense of adventure, Kazim, huh?
Okay, it's fine. Fine, you've persuaded me. Is that what you want me to say?
Hold on.
I'm off the ground, 30 feet.
Okay, as soon as you take off, you notice that your barrel is gone and there's a hole under where it was.
Run. Please run.
I'm fucking booking it. Fuck this shit.
Probably a good call to leave. You know, instead of running, I think I'm gonna just gently step on the ground, not too fast or stepping too heavily. Just walk away.
Pass without a tree.
Okay.
And just stay near these guys. Plus 10 to stealth.
Okay. Go ahead and roll for stealth, everyone.
Oh god. So plus 10, right?
Plus 10.
Oh, that's a D4.
Plus 10, huh?
Plus 10 as well as your regular modifier. So I have a 25.
That was my regular modifier? Well, that's a 12.
That will be a natural 20 for a total of 33.
That's a shot.
Take a drink. How the hell don't you have a dexterity score?
I have a +1. I rolled a nat 1, +1, 2, plus 10, 12.
That is 2 shots.
Yeah, I was waiting for them to get that first one through.
Okay.
But yeah,
So,
nat 1, 12, because I have disadvantage on all my
This
stealth
one was
checks.
more of a group kind of one. This one's a little bit different. So as you guys are kind of slowly creeping your way back, Nico, you're easily able to stealth away as you see Silas about to step on a twig as you kind of quickly move him away from the twig. And Kazim, you are slowly making your way back. And as you do, you see this weird, like, almost furry green end just kind of start crawling out a little bit. And you just see these small, kind of tiny legs. They're small for the creature of this size. It's kind of pulling back out this barrel that seems to be on its head as it kind of fully comes out. It's about 12-ish feet long, but it seems to only be about like maybe 5 feet wide. As you see just these hundreds of little legs and these, it seems to be incredibly furry, almost, and it's green. It almost looks like moss as it's like kind of eating whatever was in this barrel. And it kind of like shakes its head off a little bit. And you see it just kind of looking around a little bit. And it doesn't seem to notice any of you guys as it just kind of curls up. And as soon as it curls up, it just looks like a moss-covered rock. As soon as it stops moving.
Is the barrel still there?
Yeah, the barrel is just laying next to it on its side.
Do you want me to get it, Kazim?
No, I think I've got it. You guys get back to the cart.
Okay, I'm not leaving him. I'm gonna stand there and wait in case I need to last second do some bullshit.
I've got last second bullshit. I'm fine.
I'm just stay within javelin range.
I'm gonna slowly just make my way over and try to grab my barrel.
Okay. It's a barrel. It's pretty fucking heavy.
I'm gonna shrink it.
Do you remember how to shrink it?
I believe there was a tapping on it.
You have to kick it.
Kick it?
Just make sure you're fully aware.
That thing's asleep?
You don't know. It just stopped moving and now it looks like a rock. You don't know if it's sleeping or maybe something else.
I have a really bad plan.
Mm-hmm.
You're just gonna end it with that? It's gonna...
I'm gonna cast banishment on it.
Oh!
Okay.
Would you please make a charisma saving throw for me, Karma?
Charisma. Ooh, okay.
Charisma for banishment.
Don't tell me the DC yet. 17?
That saves.
Okay.
I'm kicking the barrel.
As soon as you kick the barrel and it starts to shrink, this thing just kind of goes underneath. Are you flying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not touching the ground, but closer to kick the barrel.
Okay, well, the barrel is going to be underneath it, on the ground, so you got to get pretty close. So you might have to touch, because you have to, unless you're doing some James, like, Mission Impossible shit, where you're just...
hard. I'm flapping and just, like, nudging it with my foot.
Yeah, and when it shrinks, it's about, like, 6 inches tall, so you got to get real close to the ground to grab this thing.
I got wings, and then I have my arms, so I can get pretty close.
No,
Your wings are your arms.
Your wings are your arms.
I thought Eric Cockers had wings on their back.
No.
Yeah, well, they typically do.
Yeah,
Really?
look at my icon. It has wings on its back.
Okay, yeah, you're right. You're right. So you're able to grab this thing.
I'm Mission Impossible, man.
Yeah, I'm just imagining because like he's T-posing, his wings are flapping as he's just the bead of sweat is coming down. But as soon as you kick it, it goes down and you start seeing these cracks kind of forming out from where this thing is digging, and the barrel is beginning to come up. Please make a dex save for me. You're not gonna get hurt.
This is my jam. That's a 5. Are you sure?
So you're not going to get hurt, but you try and reach down quickly before a crack comes over and swallows this barrel, but the crack kind of opens up and it just kind of goes down a little bit further. You tried to reach out, but you were just a little too slow. But as soon as the tremor kind of stops, you notice it's in about a 15-foot radius around this thing, and it just, no more movement.
The barrel's not worth it. I'm just to leave.
Okay.
Nico has a mage hand.
Oh, let me stick it down its gullet and to put it out now.
Okay.
You just pick it up and move it.
Well, it's in the thing, isn't it? It's underground now, right?
Yeah, it burrowed underneath the ground. It made what seemed to be some kind of like tremor underneath, but you don't hear any of the movement anymore.
I look at Kazim. Do you really want the box back?
It's skedaddle. It's just a barrel that makes infinite fish every morning. It's fine.
You know, you should have left that barrel with, I don't know, maybe like a church or something that needs food, you know? Constant supply of food.
Oh, that's right. That was like half my business model.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Okay.
Will you make a wisdom throw for me, Kazim? Or
Take a shot. That's a nat 20.
okay, so you okay.
Or 27.
With your wisdom, when you saw it take off, it seemed to be more out of fear than out of like anger or anything.
Okay.
I need to take these shots before I forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna walk up to it. Why not? It's yeah. I'm gonna pull out some of my just how they called rations. I'll just pour it in the hole with my mage hand.
Okay.
You know.
So you're just grabbing it out of the ground. So as soon as you pick it up, you do kind of look around and you do notice that where that first rock was, Kazim, you notice that there's just this green, how do I put it? Imagine the face of a caterpillar as it's just kind of peeking its head out, and you're seeing this weird tufts of hair of like this green fur as it's coming up, and it's literally just sitting at the end. And when it's sitting still, if you didn't know what it looked like before, it just looks like a weird shaped stone, but you can tell it's just watching Nico as he just
I'm
picks
gonna
up
pet it. Why not?
You're gonna what?
I'll pet it. Why not?
You're gonna walk over and pet it?
Gently.
It's a good 20 feet away from you.
Sure, I'm gonna just pet it. Why not? It's like I'm gonna
Okay.
slowly, you know, just walk over to it, gently put my hand. If it allows me, I'm just gonna pet it. Why not?
Roll for animal handling.
By the way, no, yes. Let's see. My animal handling, huh? It's not bad. It's actually really good. 18 total.
18. So as you're kind of slowly, calmly walking over, you see it kind of go down a little bit, but when it sees you kind of walking over, is your ration pouch still open?
It would be, yes.
Okay, so you see it kind of slowly start coming out, and you see these weird kind of, they almost look like antenna out of his weird snub nose in the front. You see these two weird antennas just kind of independently moving, and it seems to be trying to sense something as it's slowly starting to get closer to you. With your hand about maybe 2 or 3, or maybe like a foot or 2 away, it's kind of stops moving for a little bit, and you start inching closer, and you touch it, and it's incredibly soft. It is weirdly soft as it just kind of sits there without moving. It seems like nervous, but you kind of look down at its face and you see that those little sensors are still kind of moving. And as you being so close, you notice this thing's pretty fucking long, and it's just covered in this mossy fur the whole way down.
I'm just gonna scratch it a little bit, and like with my mage hand, just gonna, you know, get the food kind of like underground, like just like sprawl, like so, like, you know, it is out there, and I'm just gonna scratch it behind the ear of whatever I'm touching. I'm gonna scratch it.
It doesn't really have any defining figures except for its little face, but as you're kind of scratching, you see it just kind of, you hear this low, weird grumbling coming from it, and let's see. Without knowing better, it sounded a bit like a purr, as it's just kind of sitting there enjoying whatever's going on. You're just a big old happy guy.
Yeah, I'm just, you know,
a cat,
I'm
a
just,
pillar.
I'm just petting it, and you know, I'm gonna sit and smile. Not that I can see it, but like gonna sit and smile, gonna nod to myself, make sure I have the barrel, and I'm just gonna calmly walk off.
Okay, Silas,
Back
will you
to
roll
the
for nature
carriage.
for me?
Nature? Sure. Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad. That's an 18.
Okay, you've heard of this thing. It's called a thornroot burrower. It's usually pretty independent. They are super non-aggressive unless threatened. And yeah, you've heard of like that there are maybe some people that live in mountains or even in hilly areas that are able to somehow domesticate these things with enough time. So after a little while of actually seeing it, you've never seen one in person, but you're pretty sure that that's what this thing is called. Nico, you're easily able to get the barrel. And you said you put the food underground, right?
Yeah, on the ground.
Yeah, you see it kind of slowly backing up into the hole it was in before, heading towards where you placed the food.
As soon as I'm close enough to Kazim, I'm gonna drop in the box. I'm gonna smack him on the back of his head with my hand and fucking just bitch slap him, basically, like, you fucking shoot that! What?
I didn't hit
Shooting things.
It was above ground and I shot down the hole.
Why would you fix anything to be just fucking shoot down the hole? Use a rock or something next time.
And chuck a rock at it? I hardly see how that's different.
Not chuck a rock, just like, let it fall down. Like, it doesn't have to be fucking like wound up.
Shall we have this argument away from its domestic?
In case you guys are curious, that's kind of what it looks like on the on the map. The tendrils are a little bit too big, but yeah, that's kind of what he looks like.
That's actually fucking cute.
Shall we make our way?
Yes, let's please.
These things aren't aggressive, but if they are threatened, they will attack us. So perhaps we should make our leave hastily.
Weird that it eats meat, right?
It's Silas, you know it's a scavenger. It kind of eats anything, including dirt, which is how it burrows.
It will eat whatever it needs to survive, and with every attack, you will look more and more delicious.
Yeah, let's just leave the little guy behind.
Okay.
Yes, and let's hope Patriarch hasn't blown up the cart in our absence.
Antioch, roll for sleight of hand. I just imagine him. He's over there like some black powder. And he's trying to put it together, but he's also.
I was gonna say, I am very much tinkering while they're doing this.
Sleight of hand.
I
With
love
advantage,
that he's
obviously.
calling me Antioch the entire time.
Antioch.
That's my bad.
I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to see how long it'd last.
I'm very tired. I apologize.
Fuck. Sleight of hand?
Yeah.
6.
As you guys are walking back, it's not huge, but you hear this little bit crack. And all of a sudden, as you look towards your cart, you see this puff of smoke coming from underneath the canopy. You see what looks to be the starting of a little bit of a fire, but you see Antioch quickly trying to put it out. Obviously, whatever he was doing seems to have failed.
It was very much crack.
Just coming out from the back.
Your cameras may fuck around for a minute. I've got to stop my webcam outlet. My cat is just knocked it over.
Yeah, I'm looking at that. Looking at his desk.
So this
Oculus controller.
Yeah.
I can work
yeah, your camera's gonna fuck off because I need to turn it off to fix it.
That's fine. All right, let's see who's the DM. I'm gonna go back to the face cams, and it's
me the DM.
It's me again. I'm still the DM. All right.
Oh,
All right.
Carmen, DM. Unheard of.
Uh-oh.
There's 2 Malachis. I'm so sorry I did this to you.
I am Silas now.
Fucking luck.
The only people that have changed is Silas and Malachi.
Yeah.
Aw.
Right. Hopefully I fixed it.
I was gonna throw a dragon on you guys if I were the DM.
There we go. All right.
I apologize, Karma. And
That's all
Fidget
good.
will also apologize, won't you, little
It's all
bitch?
good. Animals have excuses.
Mm-hmm.
All right. As we continue on with our day, with that interesting experience, I thought you guys would enjoy a nice friendly creature for once. As we continue.
Yeah, I'm so glad we didn't kill it.
I wasn't trying to kill it. I was trying to send it to a different plane of existence.
So, I'll be honest. This was my idea when Josh told me that he wanted another experience like the purple worms. I was like, I got the perfect idea, except this one he's gonna feel real bad about killing.
Oh.
I didn't kill any of the worms, first of all.
But I mean, this one I wanted it to seem dangerous, and I'm glad you guys were scared. But he's just a big old happy guy.
Big old softy.
All right. As we continue down the road, we find ourselves with another beautiful night. We're making our way. Let's see. I want to take a look at the map. We're about 3 days away from Dreek at this point after tonight. So it'll be 3 more days after tonight. You guys are fairly close to what looks to be another river, almost there. So you guys may probably stay by the shoreline this time. Kind of close to the river, but far enough away from the road that no one's really going to notice. Who's going to be staying up tonight?
I'll do it.
Antioch, okay. If you want to roll for perception for me.
I'm gonna say you'll know if there's trouble. Perception. 18.
Okay. Okay. So, as you're staying by the shoreline, you're kind of sitting enjoying the waves as you're kind of slowly tinkering on your pistol, cleaning out the cylinders and such. As you look out to the water, and you do see what looks to be like a fish kind of jumping, maybe eating some of the bugs of the night or something. And then you notice something a little bit bigger jump and go down. You also notice that these two paws in the front as it's just swimming around. It seems it's a good 60, 70 feet. Gives you a little PTSD. It looks familiar, but you're fairly confident it's not going to fuck with you at all. As you guys, it's a very calm night. You all do complete a long rest. As we go into the third day, or one of the last 3 days. You all wake up as you normally do. It's about a much more relaxing day. You all kind of it's after traveling together for so long, you guys have actually kind of gotten into a rhythm to where now you're all beginning to kind of wake up either staggered or around the same time anyway. So it's odd to see the progression of how your guys' group comes together. Are we doing anything special this morning, or are we just going to continue on?
I want to do a bit more studying.
Okay. Have we had any more kind of interesting conversations or anything? How long are you going to spend this morning, Silas, on studying your abyssal?
Probably a couple hours. He does want to get a little bit of progress on that done, because now he's got about 6 months or so. So
yeah, maybe if someone else is able to, drive the carriage, maybe you can do it on, or you guys can all stay at camp doing your own separate things. What are we wanting to do?
You know what? I think Nico can take. Are you taking the carriage?
I'll take it.
I'll sit next to you then and tinker with the box.
Okay.
And
Okay.
keep you company.
So if we're heading
I can
on,
let you borrow my tools.
I want first we're gonna do with Antioch. Roll me a sleight of hand for me.
Don't be shit, please.
Boom, boom, boom.
15.
What was it?
15.
Okay, so after a few hours, you do get a little bit more time in it. You're kind of preparing some other things as well, getting it kind of ready for the ideas that you've had. So that will go with this. All right, Silas, if you want to go ahead and roll a wisdom.
Wisdom, just straight wisdom?
Straight wisdom.
Cool. That is +2, so that's also 15.
Okay, so you spend a couple more hours, and after all that other time you've spent with Aimi being able to learn some other languages, I will say that you are able to. You're not fluent, but you're probably able to pick up the gist of some messages if you were to found it in Ethyl. You can't really speak it, but you're able. If there was writing, you'd probably be able to get like generic understanding of what it meant. Very vague.
Maybe like a very rough translation if I were to compare letters and shit.
So there's that. Let's see. I think you guys were just kind of. Kazim is driving and Nico is sitting. And what are you doing, Nico?
Nico would just sit there and like fiddle with his necklace a little bit.
Okay, and you're gonna be working on that box as well.
Yeah, like a little bit of like maybe a stage just like getting like the not stick like just like a normal dagger, just like a little bit of the dirt off, a little bit of prestidigitation there, just like clean it like slowly but surely.
Okay. Anyone want to roll me a d20, please?
Whose turn is it now?
I think it was.
Either
I was gonna say, Josh.
I rolled it just before Silas did.
Yeah. So it's Silas, Nico, Antioch, Kazim.
Well, I rolled the very first one.
That's a 6.
Then Josh, then Dragon, and Zeph.
No, so because a couple of the rolls were before we started.
No. I'm only counting the rolls for what happened during the day.
Sorry, I'm getting very confused.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a roll of what's happening for today.
Yeah.
You said you got a 6.
A 6.
Okay, so unfortunately, it begins raining a little bit, but it's not. Actually, Can someone roll me percentile dice?
I've got percentile. Oh, go for it.
Yeah, I got him here. 23.
Okay, so it is raining. It's not a crazy heavy rain, but it's enough to kind of make it drag out a little bit longer than it should. The mud is getting a little bit heavy, so you don't get nearly as far as you would want to. You maybe get about a half a day's worth of walking through the whole day, but nothing really of too terribly happens as it's coming down. Everything just feels soggy. It's that kind of humid rain where, you're just kind of drenched all day, even if it's not raining all that hard. Is anything are you guys doing anything today besides your studying? Are you guys talking about anything, or are we just going to continue on through the night?
Actually, I think because Kazim was you were doing research, right, Kazim?
Yeah, I'll probably make some small talk about the research I was doing. I haven't gotten very far on it in the last couple days, but
what were you researching?
Remembrance and a bit on that whole stuff.
Oh, I mean, if you have like an extra book or so, I wouldn't mind joining you with that.
Yeah, did I get a few books from Greymore?
Yeah, you got like 3 or 4. I would say 3 because you got one that was kind of a research paper into somebody else looking into it. One was more of a storybook that has elements that resemble remembrance power, and then you got one that seems to be lore of the kingdom that might tell you some interesting things about how it came to be or how it happens and such.
I think I would be interested on that one specifically if Kazim would give it to me. Yeah.
All yours.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't mind, sounds mighty interesting.
Not at all.
Especially with how things have been going recently.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you guys are, traveling, and Nico, you're reading your book, if you want to go ahead and roll a wisdom throw for me. And I'm assuming, Silas, you're still working on your abyssal and...
So I'm working on my abyssal today, but Kazim, if somebody else wants to take the reins, I'm more than happy to help you with that research tomorrow. Honestly, I could use a bit of a different reading material. Like, abyssal is important, but I'm getting a little tired of the same stuff.
And I'm sorry, Nico, if you could roll history. With advantage, if you could, please.
Ooh. Well, in that case, could it be even better? No, it couldn't be. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, okay. So, I'm going to message you what you get out of it, because you're reading the book about the lore of the king, right?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Okay. And Antioch, you are just kind of working on your long gun, right? Or no, you're working on the other, the smaller thing that we were talking about.
Yes.
With the ash, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right, so you guys are able to kind of settle down. Give me a moment while I message this out, because it might be a little bit. So give me a second here, guys.
Silas, how's that hunting been going?
Well, honestly, with this rain, I might have some better luck tonight. It'll pick up the sort of general musk of a forest and such. It's gonna take some work to get used to the new armor. Maybe I'll find a way to get some magical enhancements to it. But when I'm able to get the kill, I've still done well enough. I will make sure that none of you go unfed.
Oh, about that, actually, I might have just given away my rations to the worm thing, which, by the way, extremely soft. Quite nice experience, actually. But
I used the last of mine for last meal.
Yeah, if we have a chance to survive a city, I think
Antioch will sort of just walk up and lean over and drop a couple of rations on the seat next to you.
Thank you.
Actually, I have plenty for the basic rations.
Well, I will not say no to that. I do like snacking. I'm not a fan of big meals, but I do love snacking.
Yeah. You can add 2 packs of rations.
Thank you.
Would it be easier for you, Nico, if when I cook, I sort of divvy up the food a little bit for you to have throughout the day.
Actually, that would be preferable.
Well, it's fine. You should have told me. I'm so sorry. If I'd have known, I would have done it differently for you. It's not a bother.
Yeah, you say that now. But
Nico, it's not a bother. I enjoy cooking. It just gives, I'll just cook you smaller portions and then wrap the rest up and sort of say, hey, look, here's 3 or 4 pouches for you to have throughout the day. Seriously.
I would enjoy that much more.
Okay. So I sent that message. I sent that message off. Please tell me if that makes any sense, because I've had quite a bit to drink.
Yeah.
Drink.
I still have at least one more I need to do. So.
I think I'm behind as well.
I still have to make food after this too, so that's gonna be real fun. Last time that happened, you wanna know what happened? I cut my finger.
Oh my god.
I did it. It was good. It was a good one. It was a good one.
Was that making carne asada?
Yeah, God damn it, Josh. So I sharpened my knife so much that I went down and I didn't cut like my whole finger all the way through, but I managed to cut part of my fingernail off, like all the way to the base. It hurt. It hurt a lot.
Fucking hell.
I felt real dumb. But I have nothing I need to cut in this, so it's just a lot of hot things. All right.
Burns.
Does that make sense, by the way, Nico? Just want to make sure.
Yeah. I'm halfway.
Okay. Yeah. It's
I'm
hard.
jumbling some words back and forth, so just give me a moment.
Me too. Hopefully this works. Anyway.
Oh.
I tried my best. This is a terrible idea. But right before a break.
The thing is, I'm also drinking, so
yeah. All the lore dumping is being done between the drunk as fuck people. Okay. As we are going to continue, we are going into the night as it's been raining. You guys lost a little bit of time, but you still have like 2.5 days to maybe 4 days left in your guys' journey. You guys are easily able to find a nice resting point where nothing quite happens throughout the night. We're going to skip through the night unless anyone has anything they want to do tonight. We're just going to go right to the morning and go on to the next day as we are almost to Dreek. I want to continue
on my end.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys will complete another long rest as we continue on. The morning is a little bit more humid than normal. There is still bits of rain just kind of dripping off of the trees above you guys, but it seems to have stopped actually raining. It just feels very wet all around. Your guys' clothes still feels very wet, but it's not. At least it's not raining anymore. So I'd like to ask any of you, please roll me a d20.
I'll do it.
Okay.
15.
15. Excellent. Where the fuck there it is. 15. Ooh, I'm excited for this one. This one's just kind of more boring, but I just think it's fun. As you guys are continuing along the road, you've noticed that some more cobble has kind of come up, as it was mainly dirt and mud before, so it looks like you might be getting closer to civilization in a sense, as that's what kind of cobblestone really gives you, is that someone has put some gravel through here. As you are continuing down, the trees are beginning to fade a little bit. They're becoming less and less dense. The forest is no longer nearly as thick. There are still trees, but you seem to be going more into kind of either hilly areas or more plains, as you're beginning to see a little bit further in between trees and trees. Just before you get to the end of the dense forest, you do notice, I will say, let's see, who is driving the carriage this morning?
You're not sure Nico will be driving it. By the way, if Kazim would be just anywhere around, either Kazim or Silas, he would strike up a conversation about what he's read yesterday, but like otherwise, for now, he's just gonna be,
okay, I'll let you get. How about you get the conversation with Kazim out in the way first before I tell you exactly what's gonna happen?
Okay. The book yesterday, Kazim actually.
Yeah.
Where did you get this one from?
The Flow Greymore gave it to me. Why?
No, it's actually quite interesting. It's from what I understood. Power remembers how the King Ashton, came to power. He's got access to memories of the previous king, right?
Mm-hmm.
From at least what the book says, apparently anyone was able to do that or so. Maybe it just required a ritual, but I don't think it's been used in forever. So I'm just thinking about, like, I mean, if it's a power that hasn't been used in such a long time, how did King Ashton come to it? Did you? Because it says that it's like, you know, it's a power bestowed from Palor, actually, which is confusing to me. You were a follower of Palor, right, Kazim? And, you know, he sends you a smile.
Maybe. It's been such a long time. I've got...
That, so you've heard
I've had
that,
so many gods.
but you also know that that was kind of a myth. It actually was considered blasphemy, as his magic has always been light magic, not of memory magic. So it was seen as kind of blasphemy that it's a myth.
Yeah, I'm gonna egg Kazim a little bit, like, how do you think Palor did that then? You know.
Let's just rolling his eyes.
Here's the thing. Oh, I got gears turning. Oh. Okay, think about this. This has no basis on anything.
Okay.
Palor is not a god of light.
I mean, we kind of assume that Palor is just
He's a god. He's a god of memory and manipulating people. That kind of explains why Tharizdun is his other half. Because Tharizdun's not a god of dark, right?
No.
He's another god of manipulation and
playing with the psyche and
exactly.
Because when wasn't it when Mistrix made a bond with Tharizdun?
He could see. They could see invisible shit, right?
And she could like see the truth, quote unquote.
Tharizdun is Palor's other half.
What if it's not even memory? What if it's lies? And it
can't be lies. It can't be lies. It can't be three gods.
So you've got like the goddess of deceit, right? So it's clear that those sort of mental fortitude attributes can be represented. So what if it is more of like a god of not even memory, just god of manipulation, and then Tharizdun is the god of memory.
Oh, I've got a conversation to have. Oh.
I'm sure we can find you sort of a private place.
I'll do it tonight. I'll do it tonight when we set up camp. Or I can wait until we get to the city, depending on how.
Well, I feel like the sooner we know, the better, right?
Would I know if the city has a church to Palor on it?
Of Dreek? If Dreek would?
Yeah.
You've never really been over there. You're not too sure what's over there. You do know that a lot of churches or a lot of cities or towns have at least the main god temples. So you would assume that there might be some, if nothing else, something small that you might be able to use for Palor. But yeah, other than that, I don't know. Probably not.
I don't know if the guy.
Ashton come to power, by the way. The power, as in, you know, the proclaimed user of the remembrance magic.
Does it detail the ritual at all, or?
No.
It doesn't say what sort of ritual, but yeah. How long ago was since King Ashton came to power?
How long ago?
Yeah.
About 4 years.
Huh.
It feels like something we should have asked more questions about in retrospect.
Yeah, no
like,
shit.
Why did this guy 4 years ago say, "Oh yeah, I'm a king"? By the way,
or maybe what happened to the last king? But you know,
It was 4 years ago. You can't hold anything against us.
Anyway.
You know what?
It's 3 years and 10 months before this campaign starts.
Kazim wouldn't have paid attention to that kind of shit. Nico probably wouldn't have cared that much about it, even though he probably would have an idea, but he probably wouldn't give a fuck about it as it's kind of traumatic.
That's what I'm thinking.
Silas has never paid attention to this shit, and Antioch probably does know, but none of you guys have talked to him about it. Anyway, as you guys are having this conversation, Nico, you notice at the corner of your eye that there is a man just standing against a tree on the side of the road. And he's just kind of leaning against it, watching you guys.
I'm gonna wave towards him. Like, kind of like, unsure, like, hi.
Please be what?
Please be bandits. I really want to have Silas tear them up again.
Please don't be bandits.
You're just continuing forward. So he's about like 40 to 50 feet in front of you. You're just gonna keep going forward.
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna, wave towards him, see whether or not he like notices. But
yeah, he's watching you guys. So yeah, he definitely notices as you guys begin making your way closer and closer. He kind of stands up straight and starts moving towards the cart. And before you guys realize it, there's a good 5, 6, 7 other guys coming out from behind trees that begin surrounding your guys' caravan. And we're gonna move over here. Boop.
Yes.
Now I need to change these. This was an old ass map. As you guys did see I'm gonna get rid of these. These guys aren't supposed to be here.
Yet.
I decided to reuse this one because we never went here. So let me delete this. Let me go here. Come on. Josh has control of that one. If you guys want to go over to Roll20 for me.
Oh my god, it's the old ones.
This is a very old one. Okay. So I think I need to get rid of these ones. Because this one we never ended up using, even though I fucking made this forever ago. So we're going to add in... Where are... Sorry, guys. I know this is not fun to watch me try and figure this shit out, but...
Don't worry.
Doing what I can. Alright. So there is just kind of an archer kind of dude just kind of standing up here as he's beginning to move forward towards you guys. As well as you see that there is, a person behind this log over on your right side. There's a downed log where a person kind of emerges from it. As well as another ranger coming from underneath a larger tree on your left side. And then closer behind you guys, you're going to notice that there is another kind of shielded person that's kind of coming up from the rear, as well as another kind of ranger coming out from the right side of you guys from the tree line. And that's all you guys can really see for right now. As they begin they haven't done anything, they haven't attacked, but they are beginning to move forward towards you guys.
I am going to look at Kazim.
Issues?
Because Silas's alarm bells are going off. I'm gonna look at Kazim.
I got this. Don't worry, I got this.
Don't do it again unless it looks like I'm on death's door.
For sure.
Immediately into a T-Rex.
I was thinking about it.
I want to do my own stuff.
Antioch, how much room is in the back of the cart with this? Is there room for another 5-foot creature?
In the back of the cart, probably not, to be perfectly honest.
Oh, that's okay. I'm gonna hop out the back of the cart, and in my spot in the cart, I'm going to create an Eldritch Cannon.
Okay.
But this is going to be a small one with spider legs. So this one it takes up its own square.
Okay.
Can I try to subtly cast bless on us all? Without them realizing I'm casting a spell?
You could roll for stealth with disadvantage as you have to do somatic and movement.
Nah, not worth it. I don't want to fuck that up.
Oh, okay.
Nico would legit just ask, are we having a problem to the guys? Because I'm you know, maybe it's just a toll we need to pay, whatever, for crossing the road for some goddamn reason. You never know.
You know, that's the oldest trick in the book.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
Does it, you know?
Do you want to switch the stream over to map or?
Yeah, let me. Where the fuck? There it is. Boom. Thank you for reminding me. I've had too much.
So I'm gonna assume homeboy ahead of us with the bow, this guy right here.
Yeah.
He's the one looking to talk to us.
Yes, as he's
Right.
beginning to approach you guys, and he's kind of holding up his hand as if like that symbol, that universal symbol, is just kind of hold up as he slowly begins walking up. And you see him wearing his leather armor. You see him put his hands kind of in the armpits as he's just kind of walking up and goes, "Well, seems we've got ourselves some travelers."
How y'all doing on this fine day?
It's an interesting accent you got there, my friend, but we're doing just fine. We're working out here to collect money, you see, donations, if you will, to upkeep the road, make sure it's still safe.
I understand. I paid my taxes fairly recently. You see, I personally am from Dreek. I'm just trying to make my way home to my family now. I'm sorry, but I don't have more than a couple cents on me.
Roll for deception.
Having heard this, Silas is gonna be like, right, I'm just gonna act as though I'm a bit like a paid bodyguard. So he's like gonna hop out the back of the caravan and just kind of like just sort of stand to attention.
Josh, by the way,
Right?
2.
It's a 2?
It's on deception, yeah.
Oh, my friend. Lying's never gonna get you anywhere in this world. How about you just drop your coin purses and we let you all go? How about that?
We're just looking to pass, man. Like, we don't have to.
Okay.
And we looking to
Nothing's
make a couple coins, so there's a way all of us can leave away here happy, ain't there?
I've got.
I'm
Okay.
gonna. Sorry, Antioch's gonna whistle towards them, and this giant spider cannon, like human-sized spider cannon, is going to crawl out from the back and just aim at him. I'm sorry, but do we have a problem?
Roll for intimidation with advantage, please.
Go on.
Okay. That will be... Yeah, that'll be 19.
Okay, so we're gonna go with that. You see the guy in the front go, "What in the hell is that?" You see the other one's kind of back up. You see, back up. The fuck is that thing?
Would you like to find out?
See one of them kind of look
We're just
over.
looking to pass.
I call it my fuck around, and you're about to find out.
James, go see what the fuck that is. You see the shield knight back here begins to start making his way forward in the back right of you guys.
I would strongly advise against that.
Okay. Before everybody gets hostile here, let me ask you something. Do you guys worship any gods?
Oh my god.
Oh!
This is quite the time for you to talk about scripture there, young man.
I'm a cleric. Don't call me young man. I'm a cleric of the
What are you,
goddess of
Aaron Cocker?
light.
You're probably what, 8?
6.
I'm a
Oh.
cleric. I'm a cleric of the goddess of deceit. The Mist Queen. Ever heard of her?
Roll for perception.
25.
You see them all kind of. You see, as soon as you say the Mist Queen, they look of recognition comes onto the main guy's face as he looks over at the archer and he brings him forward. And he starts whispering something and goes, "What's your name?"
Kazim, the
You
champion.
You immediately see them just kind of stop and go, we're back. We're so sorry, Mr. Kazim. We're so sorry. Please go through, please."
No harm, no foul.
Absolutely not. We're so sorry. Please, we didn't mean any harm. We were just trying to make a quick buck, and yeah, we're so sorry. We didn't mean anything by it.
Okay.
You see, as you look behind you, you see that there's a rogue up in the tree, just kind of going, "What the fuck?" You're like, no. Just as soon as you see them, the main guy kind of pull out a little necklace with the emblem of the silver mask. He just kind of hold him. He goes, "We're all here. It's all. I've heard so much about you. I just want to say it's an absolute honor, Mr. Kazim, to meet you. The Miss Queen has told us so much about you. We've got a little camp over, and we've got our altar for her, and she comes and visits us every night. She is such a wonderful patron."
That's so sweet. I'm gonna reach into my jacket and pull out my mask and be like, "Yeah."
You see that the two guys in front drop to their fucking knees, like, "Oh my goodness! We heard the legend. We heard the story about it. We didn't think that was actually. That's amazing. Please, by all means, go through. By all means, please."
What time is it?
It's probably like 2 in the afternoon.
Okay.
You're planning about staying to camp with them?
Camp
I
with
was
them.
gonna say, if it's night, we have friends here.
Let's do it.
No, why not?
Dude, stop.
All of you notice, as soon as he holds up the fucking silver mask, all of them just kind of back up and just kind of put their weapons away, and they just kind of sit down like, "Whoa, all right, absolutely, please."
Well,
this is Kazim's moment. Let him ride it.
I appreciate you guys, the work you guys do. Good luck here.
Confidence,
Master Kazim, I do have a question.
Master.
I'm sorry. I'm not. I'm kind of new to all this. Do you have a title you prefer? Champion, Mister. What do you?
Priest.
Priest Kazim, obvious, of course. She told us about a kind of. She put it as like a guild almost of like what we do, if you understand, over at Riverzone. Is that kind of, we're on our way there to actually kind of see if we can join. We were wondering if maybe we could, if there was anything we could do to help, maybe a message you want us to pass on when we get there.
Actually, so what it is it's disguised as a soup kitchen. It's a functional soup kitchen to help the poor and the needy.
Yeah. Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna give this guy the barrel. Take this there.
You see him kind of grab this little 6-inch barrel and goes, okay.
Don't hit it too hard. Don't let it get banged up. Once you get there, just give it a gentle tap with your foot. Just give it a nice little kick. It'll all make sense.
Okay.
Just
okay.
Take it to the soup kitchen in Rivers Run and start helping the poor. And help yourself, of course.
So we still mug people.
Of course.
Okay, guys. We're going to Rivers Run.
Kazim?
What?
Mug people.
I'm not gonna tell these guys to stop doing their day job.
Priest Kazim, it's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. We hope you all safe travels. Be aware, just to let you know, it is clear from here to Dreek. You guys should be perfectly fine. Just make your own way through. And if you get to the innkeeper, his name is I actually have a name for this. 1 second, guys.
Look, it's important to me that these guys aren't hurting anybody. They're just taking money. Which
maybe specify that a little bit. Maybe make sure they don't target our allies.
So he kind of looks up and goes, when you get to the inn, ask for Vitalis. He's the innkeeper there. He'll make sure you guys get nice, good rooms. He's working hard for us, and make sure that you mention that the priest of the Mist Queen. He actually is aware of who she is. So yeah, just go on down there.
Okay.
She has been wonderful to the people of Dreek. So yeah.
Okay, when you get to Rivers Run, they're not huge fans of anybody really. So here's what you need to do. Don't fuck with the flow. Don't fuck with the flow at all. Because if I'm a member of the flow right now, technically.
Okay. You see him pull out a little scroll, and he starts like jotting stuff down with a piece of charcoal. You see him taking notes.
If you guys raise too many alarms, it might be me sent after to stop you. So be careful. Okay. Stay under the radar. Try not to hurt anybody.
Under the radar. Don't attack flow. Stay under radar. Now, how about idea? Caravans outside of the town.
That's still fine. Just try not to kill anybody.
Killing
is kind of lame.
be perfectly honest, we aren't real fans of it, but absolutely
Don't target the farm.
Oh, yeah, there's a couple farmers I'm friends with.
Farms.
There's rich guys in the city. Just fuck with them.
It's fuck with rich fucks.
You can nod to that.
What district are the rich people in, by the way?
They are in the bank district.
Okay. Bank district all the way. Fuck around over there.
Bank district. Oh, and all right, so you want me to take the barrel to the soup kitchen, help the poor, fuck with rich people, steal from people outside the city, right? Don't. Oh wait. Let me. And you see him flip over, like he's taking a few notes and he's flipping it over and he goes, and
he's
don't.
A legal pad.
Yeah. You see him actually writing notes and he goes, and don't fuck with the flow, otherwise Priest Kazim might come for us. Okay, I think we've got it all.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good luck, guys.
May the mist be with you, Priest Kazim is.
And also with you.
You see him do a quick bow as he's like kind of confused. You see him look over at the other guy, and the dude with the shield is just kind of sitting there like, because he was coming up to the cart to look at the canyon. You see him kind of back up and just kind of go, okay. And you see the rogue just kind of sit down and go, bye, as you guys continue walking through, as they all stop, and all of a sudden they're all hurtling, and you see them like looking at the fucking barrel and shit. After you guys get like a good like 40-50 feet away, you see that they put it on the ground and kick it, and it all kind of pushes them all back as it just becomes a huge barrel, and you hear one of them go, what the fuck?
It pays to know people. It really does.
All right.
I'm impressed, Kazim.
I didn't think
You
that was gonna
have
work.
an entire group of people knowing who you are.
I thought for sure we were gonna have to kill them. For sure.
That's a small guild of allies we can call upon if needs come.
And
Just
now
know that if
they're
they
working at my soup kitchen.
Just know that if I find out they target Tasha in any way, I kill them all and then I kill you.
I said specifically fuck with rich people. I don't think Tasha's rich.
No, absolutely not. Well, I mean,
she's a member of the council.
yeah, but
she doesn't live in the bank district.
Yeah, she lives in the riverbed district.
I'm just putting it out there. If I find out, I kill them and then I kill you.
If they take from Tasha, I will personally repay every cent they stole and then some.
Okay.
From my own fund.
Our funds.
I mean, he does have all of them. He holds all of your guys' money all the time.
Me for money. I don't know where your coin purses are.
I don't have a coin
mine
purse.
in the bag of holding.
I have never owned a coin purse in my life. I didn't even know those were a thing.
Yeah. What,
Antioch, you are confused as shit as to what the fuck just happened. You've never heard of the Mist Queen, and whatever the hell Kazim just did just made 6 bandits totally just leave you guys the fuck alone.
You know what? I'm not complaining. I did have to waste a cannon, but that's okay.
I mean, in all fairness, you did scare the shit out of them as they're like, what the fuck is that?
I had a cannon.
As long as
you
we
scared
didn't have to fight our way through, right? I mean, that would be both waste of time and waste of just...
Which, by the way, Karma, that cannon is still with them. Because there's nothing I can do with it if it won't fit on the cart with it. And it's slow as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, you were able to put it in the cart because you got out, so you were able to probably hop on a horse with because there are extra horses, so you're probably able to hop on one of the horses and just kind of ride along behind until it went away.
No, I'd have left it there because I'd have been working in the back of the cart.
Okay, so if that's the case, then when you guys are driving away, you do see a couple of them turn around and like, what the fuck is that? As they're kind of huddling around, just kind of staring at this contraption as they're kind of picking it up. Now, question of this thing, do you think it would attack them if they were fucking with it?
Okay, so it works on my command.
Okay, so it just kind of sits there. It would just sit there.
It would just sit there unless I decided to make it go off.
Do you make it go off? Now, here's a real question. How long does it last?
It lasts for an hour.
An hour, okay. So you see them just kind of staring at it.
And if they do attack it, it has an AC of 18.
Okay, you literally just see them like crowding around it, like as well as holding this barrels. They're kind of like looking underneath it. They're trying to figure out how it fucking works. But yeah, they're probably far off in the distance. If you don't make it attack them, you're probably far off in the distance before it disappears.
No, it's not going to attack them. I'm not gonna piss off the people that we just pieced our way past.
So, because they told you guys that it is clear for the next way all the way to Dreek, do you want to continue to do this day by day as there is a chance of one more thing popping up? Or we can get to Dreek, you guys can do that, and there is more after that I have planned as well. So it's up to you guys as we have about 30-ish minutes left.
I mean, I don't know about you. I think I'm ready to hit Drake.
Yeah?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, if it's clear.
Yeah. Okay.
We've got that little box we can play around with, so.
I will say probably after a couple days, like you got 3 days to get there. So after those 3 days, I'm going to say that Kazim's probably been fucking with it as Kazim loves opening this shit up. And probably Antioch has probably been helping out as he is pretty good at like tinkering with shit and stuff. So I will say by the time you get there, it does open up. And as you guys do open it, there is a small pouch that contains 10 platinum pieces. That's all that's really in there. It's kind of a small little pouch, but 10 platinum pieces, as well as this leather case, this leather cylinder of some kind that seems to be... It doesn't feel very heavy. You've seen things like this before. It seems to be some kind of scroll-like case. If you guys want to open that up, or if you guys want to hold on to it.
Yeah, I want to check out that fucking scroll.
Okay, so as soon as you guys, as you open it up, there is, are you gonna check for, you don't have to check for traps. I would assume that after a while, you'd probably like take a while with how many times you've been fucked over by them, especially since you've got the time to kind of take your time with it. It doesn't feel trapped, and as you open it up, there seems to be 2 scraps of paper in there. And as you kind of read over and you understand the basic knowledge of what these scrolls would kind of say without really setting them off, can tell that they are 2 scrolls of identify.
Cool.
So
toss them in the box. I'll toss the box to Nico.
Got yourselves 10 platinum and 2 scrolls of identify. So there is that. After couple beautiful nights in the clear skies, because as you get closer, you do notice that the heat begins to rise just a smidgen as you guys are getting closer to what looks to be the smoke still coming from a volcano. As Antioch, you were expecting that, as it's only been about maybe 2 weeks since it's gone off. But you do see smoke coming from the top. It's not white smoke that you know that it's out, but it is still heating and still projecting that kind of heat as you begin getting closer to, as you're climbing these zigzaggy row. It's all mostly made out of dirt, but there is cobblestone. You come across this mountain town that seems to be surrounded by these log kind of walls all the way around. And you wouldn't call it a city, as it's not big enough to be a city. There is no library or anything like that, but it is larger than most towns that you've been in. It looks like it's been pretty well established. You do also know, actually, I want one of you please roll for perception with advantage for me. Just one.
I got this.
All right, let's see what you got, Kazim.
Okay. Oh, the first one was a 22. The second one's a natural 20 for a 27.
That's a shot.
Drinking.
All right, so with that natural 20, you do notice that part of the fence looks newly built, like within the last month. The tone of the wood of the logs that was made to make that part of the fence is much brighter than the rest of it. So it's obviously been in there, been put up within the last month. And as you look a little bit closer and getting closer, you notice that instead of there being buildings, there seems to be more tents and stuff, as if like some people have come here recently and begin building up like a makeshift little extension of the town. As you begin walking in, from afar, you can kind of tell that the streets, it's just kind of one big loop. There is kind of a courtyard in the middle of it that crisscrosses into 4 different directions with what seems to be some small garden in the middle. But the main road seems to loop around the whole thing, with on the northwestern side of this loop seems to be that extra extension where it just seems to be a bunch of different tents and stuff like that. When you first walk in through the front gates, you see that there are a couple guards, maybe 4-ish of guards wearing this kind of beautiful black kind of iron armor. They seem very clad up in these huge like halberds and stuff. They seem to be standing guard as if they're expecting something, maybe waiting for something. As you begin walking in, it's very busy. It's a very busy street. There are tons of people out. It almost feels overcrowded. It feels like there's just more people here than there actually supposed to be. which it kind of sets off. There's just a fuck ton of people around, but you do notice that there is a much more happy demeanor. It seems to be very jovial rather than kind of panicked as you would have expected with so many people. But yeah, it just seems like there's a fuck ton of people here. As you walk in,
something happened in the city.
as soon as you go past the wall, you notice that the streets kind of branch off on your left and right. And right in front seems to be this kind of large main building. It's made out of this dark oak wood. There's double doors in the front. It's about 2 stories tall. You assume that that's probably some kind of main capitol building of whatever this town is. And you just see off on the left just goes down into what seems to be a more industrial district where there seems to be more like blacksmiths and leather workers and clothesmiths. And on the right seems to be more residential kind of buildings. And you do notice as you're walking around, seems to be not a whole lot of guards, but there are noticeable guards kind of around, perhaps probably to watch the inflow of a lot of people just kind of walking around town.
Where's this inn at?
The inn, are you gonna go search for it? You can probably ask for it. What do you want to do?
I'll ask one of the guys in the street for it, one of the guards.
Okay, as you begin walking up to the guard and you ask him for the inn, he kind of thinks for a minute. Oh, the inn. It's gonna be down the industrial area. If you go about, I'm gonna say about 450 steps. About there on the right side, you'll see the hangar. It looks like a horseshoe. It's just called the Horseshoe Tavern. As soon as you get in there, ask for Vitalis. He'll take good care of you guys.
Vitalis. That's the same name the bandits.
Yes,
did,
yes,
right?
it is.
Yeah.
There is a lot of people out here in this. Is there like any holiday or something? Is there a reason to be so many people?
You see him kind of cock his head and go, "You haven't heard?"
Nico, these will be the people who came from. What's the place we were?
Emberdale.
Emberdale. These will be the people from Emberdale. The volcano erupted.
Refugees.
What now?
Your friend's right. Emberdale, the Mount Ember, the volcano that's a couple miles to our west.
When did that happen?
About 2 weeks ago, maybe a little bit more than 2 weeks. Emberdale, the volcano exploded erupted for some reason. It seemed completely out of the blue, as we thought it was a dormant volcano. But yeah, these are the refugees, or unfortunately, who survived from the destruction. It's all gone.
Yeah, volcano attacks can be very difficult.
Shut up. Shit.
I was gonna say, yeah, we were told about it, weren't we? Here's a volcano attack.
I don't think Nico was there for that conversation.
Nico
No,
was
it
not.
was-
No.
Oh, well, they're
sure.
not. Okay.
Okay, I seem to. Okay, you know what? Actually, that's a good point. I seem to be missing a lot of more information than I thought about what the fuck is both happening and going on, just in general, and what we're here for. I would like to be maybe, explain things to, because a volcano eruption would be really nice to know about. That's the place we're going towards. Appreciated, maybe.
As you're talking to amongst your group, you just hear the guard just kind of say, I'm sorry, I have to get back to looking, but make sure you go down there, and if you might do me a favor, my cousin comes from Emberdale. If you need any kind of like blacksmithing, just go over to the refugee camps. Those people are hurting for some money, but I have to get back to it. Like I said, down the industrial district, you'll see the horseshoe shape, the Horseshoe Tavern. Ask for Vitalis.
Very
Discounts.
quickly, you said your cousin was from Emberdale.
Yeah.
What name might that be?
Sorry, there's fucking people in my neighborhood right now that are like revving their engine loud as shit. I'm pretty sure it's gonna
Yeah,
pick
I
up
can
on
hear
the-
that.
Yeah, that's loud as shit. You see him go, there is, what do we got? There's a Meliora Davies, and then is my cousin, and then her aunt is Push Crimp the Poet.
Yes! Yes!
All right, we need more names in there. We need more names in the pool.
Push Crip the poet.
I see.
Oh my god.
Your day just got from bad to worse.
Fuck.
Meliota. And push Crim. Oh, God. As he's leaving, I want to try and get an idea.
But before he
what
leaves,
kind of...
when Antioch asks that question, he goes, "Do you have people you're looking for?"
Yes.
Who?
But I'm sure that your cousin, if they're here, will be able to help me with that.
I'll tell you what. If you go into the refugee district, there's a bright green tent. If you go in there, that's where Meliora is. Ask her and tell her that Victus, he sent you, and she'll answer any questions that you got about whoever you're looking for. I hope you find him. It's bad, but I hope you find him.
Antioch is going to pull out another 250 gold and hand it to whichever, probably Nico. Nico's probably closest. It would seem that the business I've asked of you would be pretty much concluded, so I have no issues with handing you this now.
Oh, that's the money for the for the escort, right? I mean, we still have a way to go. Not to say, but like, a lot of things could still happen. Are you sure?
I trust that if there's further to go, that you will hold up your end of the bargain anyway.
I mean, we always try to uphold the end of bargains. Kazim, I see that look. No, shut up. We try our best. But we are still going together to Emberdale, right?
Oh, absolutely. If I knew that.
Well, then I will.
Sorry, what was your name again? He's looking over at Silas.
Silas.
Silas. I know that Silas mentioned wanting my help with something, and I'm more than happy to come with you for that. But for now, I feel like I must disembark your group here. And Antioch is going to scurry off towards this green tent he has been told about.
Was our job to take him to his cousin or to take him to Emberdale?
Emberdale.
Emberdale.
We have.
He's paid you though, so.
Yeah.
Paid us.
What is?
That would be actually a good case. I mean, sure, he is. You know, he's doing his business. Wouldn't it be actually a good time to sit down and just fucking actually think of what are we doing and actually talk about the things we're doing? It's kind of, you know, we need to wait anyway. I feel like getting, you know, roped in.
Other than
helpful.
We weren't really told, other than he needed escort to Emberdale. Because he has people he needs to meet. And then I would say, but business.
You weren't even told I had people I need to meet.
Yeah,
you were told under the zone of truth, which you were all there for. And again, Nico's been told that his business is private.
Yeah,
that's all he's saying on it.
Oh, not a menu.
Yeah.
Oh.
The only business that I really have this far north of the plains is to find that keep, sort of unlock it, see what we can do with that, perhaps make it some kind of fortification for what is to come. But if Antioch's going to help us with that, then there's not much we can do. I think, honestly, the best plan right now would be to try and connect with this Vitalis and help Kazim build his network.
A network of thieves around the... I can see your smile, Kazim.
Yeah, it's awesome! I mean, look, none of us ever have to worry about getting stolen from on the highway again?
I wouldn't say never. I wouldn't say never.
But if there's like a solid chance that they've heard of Lyra, or if they haven't, they will now. Like, come on, this is a huge amount of protection. We're not gonna get our houses robbed by now half the thieves that know about Lyra.
Well,
And the ones that do know about Lyra and don't know about me aren't gonna learn.
as much as I'm slightly begrudged by it, I'd be lying if I said there weren't benefits to having people who are very mobile around the continent.
Oh no! Don't get me wrong. I've got nothing about stealing from rich people. I've done it before, but like, just in general, like, you got yourself a little. It's not even a little. Like, you have people, like.
No.
Oh, but we could see your
out
DMs.
of nowhere. Yeah.
I'm trying my best to fucking figure this out. I don't know what's going on with my thing. It sent me over there. I don't know why.
Yeah.
What I typically do, Karma, is have Discord open on a browser tab because you can still access it without fucking with the cameras.
God, fuck
Um,
You have a lot of people who know your name, Kazim.
I'm in way over my head. Okay. Between you and me, this is way over my head. This is great. Like, if you would rather have would you rather have the shady guys on your side or the other guy's side? Right? Like,
I'm not saying that it's wrong or it's not good. I'm just impressed. Actually, I don't know I'm supposed to call that.
I'm so fucking worried this is gonna blow up in my face.
What?
Whatever happens, I trust the commander has all our best interests at heart.
Commander Kazim, was it, right?
Silas, make a charisma saving throw.
That's fine by me, pal. That is a 13.
You failed. You're banished for the next minute.
What the fuck?
So
So
the idea.
it's to a non-violent plane, isn't it?
Yeah, essentially you're just going to be in one of those in-between planes where there's just nothing. You're just kind of floating there.
A harmless
What
demi-plane.
did you do?
Mm-hmm.
He'll be back in a minute.
What did you do?
Yeah, Silas, all of a sudden you just see Kazim's little smirk on his face, and all of a sudden there's just nothing. It's just pitch black as you're sitting there. You're not uncomfortable. You're breathing perfectly fine. It's a little worrisome as you've never been here before, but you also kind of just like, motherfucker.
Yeah, because it's like, do you think this is gonna stop me? Like, you're gonna have to take responsibility at some point.
I told him to stop calling me commander. I told him things would happen. Last time I turned him into a T-Rex. This time I sent him to a different plane of existence.
That was nothing to do with it.
And he'll turn back now.
Just because he called you a commander, the thing that you told him to call you?
It was a joke.
I would say right about now, boom, all of a sudden Silas just shows up. You're just right back in the car.
It's fucking 5 seconds after I called it.
I'm gonna stand in front of Kazim just in case. Okay, guys, this is ridiculous.
That was
You know-
funny.
Let's just drop it before it goes any further, and let's just go inside the tavern, right? That's what we're supposed to do right now. Get in contact with the man, and wait for Antioch to be back so that we can continue on to Emberdale.
Did we split up the gold right now? Silence! I have an empty pouch you can use as a coin purse.
I'd appreciate it.
Angry with you.
I'd appreciate it.
Okay. Hand me all the money, and I'll split it evenly down the middle.
I have nothing, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, no, that's a lie. I've got 19 gold.
I'm talking about the other 250 we just got paid.
Yeah, here they go, and he gives you the sack thingy.
Cool. 250 added.
I'm
And I
throwing
guess-
I'm throwing my 19 into the pot as well. Because I'm pretty sure all of that is left over of yours anyway.
Let's just split all this. Okay, 550 is probably easier to split in 3. I can't do math. Let's see. 550 divided by 3. Each of us gets about 183 gold.
Okay. Well, you guys are having this conversation, splitting up your money. I'm assuming you're doing it inside the tavern, like when you guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so as soon as you get there, you do kind of nod over at the bartender, who you tell him his name, you tell him everything that's happened, and he just kind of quickly points you over to a booth that's kind of in the corner away from everything. When you guys finally are able to sit down, you're splitting up your money. It's not dingy. It's obviously been well worn, especially with the influx of amount of people in there, and it's pretty fucking busy. There's quite a few people in there. There are some faces that are there celebrating something, but a lot of them seem to be kind of more upset and a little bit more emotional than that, as you guys are just kind of, you're trying to ignore that as you're just kind of splitting up the money amongst yourselves. While this is happening, Antioch, you are heading towards that green tent, correct?
Yes.
So as you're kind of walking down the streets, you're noticing all the different, there is a kind of alarming amount of blacksmiths and craftsmen, and just kind of, you feel the heat coming from all these different forges. You're seeing makeshift tents being put, or makeshift little carts being set up of all kinds of different crafts. It feels like, you know, that feeling of when there's a festival and there's just a bunch of people doing the same job. It feels like that, but you can tell based on like how they're set up that they're intended to be a little bit more kind of permanent, and also a little bit more like they were very much more quickly built and improvised. As you go across, following along the wall for a little bit, as you come across this opening that opens up to that newer part that you saw being built, and it's just tense. All you see is just all these large, just kind of obvious, like camping tents. It just looks like a bunch of people taking their adventuring tents that you're used to sleeping in while you're out on the road, and they just set them up here. As you're walking down a couple of the aisles, you do notice the bright green tent that you were told about, that you were pretty sure is the one that you were looking for. As you begin walking in, you see that there is a woman that's just kind of sitting there in some kind of like makeshift rocking chair. It looks like it was made pretty recently. Not the best craftsmanship, but it is something. As you see her kind of rocking back and forth, you see her sewing some kind of piece of clothing, and she looks up and she goes, "Oh, can I help you?" As you see her just kind of putting down her craft thing.
Yes, I'm looking for Meliora, I think.
Well, that would be me. Can I help you?
Victor sent me. Well.
Oh, my cousin at the front.
Yes, well, he told me to find you because somebody else sent me here to look. Do you happen to know a and he sort of like pulls out this note. A Lara and a Riven?
You see, roll for insight.
Yeah. Insight. Oh, good. Okay. 24.
Let me just make sure I'm getting this correct real quick. I had to check my notes. And you see her, this face, this kind of wash of, how do I put it? Confusion as well as like regret. She goes, Copperthorn?
Indeed.
Oh, I don't know how to tell you this, dear, but I haven't seen them. I don't know if they made it. What you could do, there is a, I don't know. I've heard that there is a woman working the blacksmiths that is helping more refugees that have not quite made it out yet, maybe the injured. You can go talk to her. Her name is Licia. She is in the industrial. You probably passed one of her makeshift tents. You'll see her. There is the emblem of Ignatius in front. She's the only one that unfortunately still worships, but
Ignatius, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe go talk to her. Maybe she can help you. I haven't seen them and I haven't heard anything, but maybe she knows, or maybe knows a way to get in to go look for yourself. That were they close to you?
Close to a close friend.
Terrible
I know
times,
their
dear.
nephew.
Oh, you know Brindle?
Brindle, yes.
He's a kind man. I hope they're okay, but I don't know enough, unfortunately. It all happened so quickly. Maybe they're still okay. Maybe they're still fine.
Oh, thank you very much for. I will go talk to this
Alicia.
Alicia, got it.
Alicia Stoneheart. As you see her just, as soon as you get up and start walking out, you see her just kind of put her hand in her face and her face in her hands as she's sitting there. You see that whatever is going on, she's pretty emotional about it. As you begin walking down the streets, heading towards what she described as, you do see a little bit more put together kind of forage. Obviously, whoever is in here has taken a little bit more time to prepare it and to be a little bit more functional than the rest of them. The rest of them seem like they're just kind of thrown together. This one, it seems like longevity was kind of put more in thought of it, which is you recognize as kind of more of a characteristic of a follower. As you hear that the pinging of the hammer against the anvil as you walk in, and you see this like 40-ish-year-old woman. She's got very, very tan skin, covered in soot on her face. As you've been walking in, you see her working on the anvil. She looks up, and you see her kind of take these goggles off, and she kind of wipes her face and goes, "Oh, hello? Can I interest you in something?"
Access into Emberdale.
Into Emberdale? Are you not... Have you not heard what's going on up there?
I know exactly what's going on up there.
What makes you think that I can take you in?
I assume that you are Alicia.
Okay, how do you know my name?
Meliora I spoke to Meliora. She pointed me in your direction. She said you might be
Let me guess. You were looking for somebody that probably didn't make it, aren't you? And you can see that, like, as soon as you mention Meliora, you can tell the annoyance. And when you start talking about going into Emberdale, she can already fucking tell what you want.
I just need confirmation. If I can't get it, very well, but I owe it to my friend to at least try.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't think... You can, I don't know, I'm gonna need to go talk to Meliora. People don't understand, obviously, how fucking dangerous is it up there. It's not just the lava. Shit has been growing up there, and I don't know what the hell is going on, but I can get you close, but I'm not taking you in, because I'm not risking my life again.
Close is all I ask.
You're going by yourself? You're gonna die. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be so blunt, but...
No, blunt is better. Blunt is better, please, by all means.
It's fucking dangerous up there. There's these weird-ass fucking creatures up there that have been showing up and shit, and I've stopped making trips up there. I can't do it anymore. So I will get you close, but I'm not taking you in.
Very well. I will confer with some people who might be willing to join me into this fray, but...
I'm making this perfectly clear. Whatever happens to you and your friends, not my fucking fault.
It's on us.
It's all you. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. Go talk to them. Fucking sleep on it, and come talk to me tomorrow, and we'll set something up. And you see that she's just... Okay. If you're not gonna buy anything, I need you to leave. Fuck. And you see her just kind of grab another piece of iron out of the metal, and you see her very aggressively pounding on whatever she's working on.
Actually, I could use a couple of things.
Yeah?
Do you happen to breastplate armor?
Breastplate, what are you wanting? Metal, leather, what do you need? Heavy, light?
Medium.
Medium? Oh god. I don't have anything. I've only been here for like a week or two. I haven't really gotten too much into projects, but I'll tell you what, when you come tomorrow, I can work on something. I'll try and work on something tonight. I've got a couple of good materials that I might be able to make something. It's going to cost you, though. I'll be real.
How much?
Let's see. You're just wanting the breastplate, right?
Yes.
For medium armor... How tall are you?
That's a good question.
Wait, deep mount, I'm guessing you're what, 3'11", 3'10"?
Smaller, 2'5".
2'5". Oh my god, I'm getting real bad at this. All right, material's not gonna cost me too much. I don't know, 300, because what I'm gonna be using is gonna be real expensive.
I'll drop 350 on the on the counter.
All right. You see her grab it, and she goes, come back tomorrow with your friends. By the time we leave, we'll have something for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I'll head off and leave her because this woman is clearly pissed.
Yeah, you see her. She's just fucking annoyed. She seemed annoyed the second you said Meloria. Like, something about that name just made her so fucking mad. Okay.
Yeah, I imagine that Meloria has repeatedly sending people her way to...
Yeah, constantly asked to take shit up. But with that, as you begin making your way back to the tavern, as you guys are splitting up your money, we are almost to the 4-hour mark. I think we are going to end it there. Always remember, guys, that we are going to be... Just remember, guys, we're going to be back in like a month or so. So it's going to be a little minute. Just hang in there. But yeah, that's this is where we're going to end for our month break. Do you guys have any questions you want to do for like the last 10 minutes? I'm curious.
Questions in chat, anybody?
Yeah, anyone in chat, if you got any questions for what's going on, or maybe about a character or some decisions, let us know. Let's see if we've got any in the Discord.
Just a reminder, if we don't get to your questions today, if you do post them in chat, we do have a channel for them in the Discord. Questions from the Ether. That's where you want to look.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this one's an interesting one from Seb from fucking forever ago. What would your character's favorite song be if they had access to our music?
Oh.
It's a good one. I like that.
Soldier Poet King.
Oh, that's a nice one. That's so sweet.
It's a good one.
I think it matches Silas a lot. That
so.
kind of...
That's a good one.
Definitely a lot of Irish folk songs.
Panic at the Disco, why not?
Oh, well, imagine the pace. Okay. Antioch, what would Antioch's favorite song be?
What's that song? What's it called? I think it's called Underground. The song from Robots.
Yes. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. What are you, Kazim?
You can just imagine him tinkering and shooting away to that.
Yep. Bashing his hammer to the fucking beat. Yeah, there you go.
Honestly, there's a Galactic Kraken song called Glory or Gold. That one's up there for me.
Okay.
I back it.
I don't think I've heard this one. I need to send me a link later.
Pretty good. I got you.
Yeah.
Karma, what would Misty's
as in the Mist Queens?
Yeah.
Mist Queen.
Ooh, I think, weirdly enough, I think it would be, what the fuck is it called? We Write Sins, Not Tragedies, by Panic at the Disco. 100%.
I wanna know Tammy's.
Tammy's? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's a good one. What would Tammy's be?
That's Life by Frank Sinatra.
Wait, I think it would be some Frank Sinatra shit. He'd be sitting there with like a record playing, just in a cushy room.
Oh yeah, motherfucker's got a pipe. Of course he is.
Yeah,
like, he's got
that sweater vest on. 100%.
Yeah.
I did it my way. That would be the song.
It's crazy. The next time we're gonna be playing D&D, it's gonna be the 5 of us playing.
That's true, because coming up, our next D&D session should be for our new D&D campaign. I think it's next week, which should be all right. I will be still streaming it, guys, so make sure you check out there. I also will be playing it on the YouTubes, so make sure you guys join in for that shit.
Malachi, she's back.
I'm also.
I wish Lawrence could be there.
I'm looking forward to it too, Seb. I'm also going to be throwing it in the Spotify.
But I got given a hard no, so I had to switch it up. Breaks my heart.
Okay, guys.
Benty's back, baby.
Because you know they worked well together.
Yeah, oh, dude, they were the best duo in that party, for sure.
Absolutely.
Because I think they understood each other. Sorry, we totally hijacked that for a second.
All right, guys. Do we have anything else before we send it on out?
Malachi, you got anything you want to announce, buddy?
No, I don't. I'm tired.
Well, this is where that's where it's going after this anyway. So if he has anything to say, it's just going to be over there anyway.
Yep. All right.
All right, guys, who wants to do it this week?
Yes.
Josh wants to say something.
I got this.
What you got, Josh?
Check us out on Spotify, Discord, YouTube, Twitch. No longer Kick ? Whatever.
Fuck it.
TikTok again for funsies. We love you all so much. Thank you all for your love and support. We'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.
What is a ray of light without the shadow it creates? What is the darkness without desire for flame? What is a warrior without a worthy foe? What would you like to do? It's time to roll. When the lines between good and evil are blurred, no one knows if there is dune or pale or came first. An ancient struggle throughout all time to push against the other keeps both upright. Is the coming chaos worth the peace? Is it all just a puzzle to complete? A one-sided coin can't exist, isn't real, and thus goes the tales of Ethyl. Thus goes the tales of Ethyl.